Welcome, everybody, to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today, and this week sees Idris Elba go toe-to-toe with Mother Nature in Beast, hitting the store shelves along with the DC Animated Adventure League of Super Pets. More animated goodness with the bloody action of Mortal Kombat Snowblind. We've also got some 4K goodness with individual releases of the Godfather films, the Universal Monsters, and the classic 1962 film To Kill a Mockingbird. And Paramount Pictures is releasing a Blu-ray box set of all the Paranormal Activity films. Just what you were asking for. Oh, just what you were asking for indeed. Plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we are at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart under the new releases, and surprise, surprise, they actually have new release shit. A little bit here, a little bit there, but hey, they've got some, and you better be damn happy about it. Oh, indeed you should be. Hell, I know I am. Let's dive in, shall we, with a little bit of DC love, because it's not just for the regular superheroes themselves. Come on, the pets need a little bit of love too. Oh, indeed they do, with the DC's League of Super Pets. The 4K Blu-ray digital for $29.96. The Blu-ray DVD digital for $24.96. They did have the DVD, but unfortunately that's not here. That is $19.96 though, in case you were looking for the DVD love and they happen to have it at your Walmart, because they certainly don't have it at mine. But hey, a little bit of Super Pet love goes a long way, I suppose. Indeed it does. And actually what I really love is, look, different artwork on the 4K, different artwork on the Blu-ray, and I love that. I really seriously do, man. I've always said that I love different artwork on different formats, and I just do, because there's something really great about it as a collector, right? Because yes, great artwork is great artwork, right? If it's really good, then fine. If it's on all the different formats, fair enough. But there's something about getting a certain type of format and having unique artwork that is just cool, man. It makes the collection even more special. And that, I can't say they always do it, but they probably should, because damn, it's really cool when they do. Come on, man, you gotta admit that shit. You really do, dude. Awesome. Super Pets love, different artwork. Definitely gotta be digging that, baby. And oh, I definitely do, as I do the movie, man. Actually, I watched this on Amazon Prime, and I gotta admit, I was kind of hesitant to watch this. I didn't want to watch it in the movie theater because I thought it was going to be really goofy. I'm not going to lie, man. I was like, oh God, this is going to be some sort of stupid kiddie movie that's going to have really lame dialogue and terrible animation, and the kids are going to eat it up because it's going to be super colorful and everything. But outside of that, as far as like a really great fan of DC films, you kind of feel like maybe this just isn't for me, and it's just for little kiddie flick. And I don't know, I just didn't want to deal with that shit, man. But I decided, look, I'm going to brave this shit. I'm going to be like a superhero and brave the villainous world of Amazon Prime to go for a little bit of Super Pets goodness. And now that I have, I got to admit, man, I am eating my words like a motherfucker. Seriously, I really am, man. This is great. This is way better than it has any right to be. And I'm serious, man. The animation is fantastic here. The pets are really well-rounded with really great dialogue. You really get to know them and understand them. And the adventures are really cool, and it's entertaining, and it's humorous, and it's got some funny moments, and it really feels like not only does it, yes, cater to kids, but it also caters to the DC super fan in a really fun and unique way, which I really liked, man. I was shocked by this movie. I seriously was. I mean, if you are a longtime fan of DC, there is a lot of cool little callbacks and Easter eggs in here, certain little things where you're like, oh, yeah. the kids wouldn't get it, but I definitely would. And that's kind of cool, man. That's something really great for longtime DC lovers, because at the end of the day, you could look at this movie and say, oh God, it's just for the kiddies and it's something really stupid and moronic. But honestly, it's so much more than that. It was just really fantastic. And I had one hell of a time watching this flick, and even the voice acting is phenomenal here. Whether it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart, Keanu Reeves, and so many more, man. I mean, seriously, there was some really great voice actors in this piece, man, and they all did a phenomenal job. I really loved it, sort of taking the comic book adventure movie and really spinning it on its head in a childish but really entertaining and quirky way. And I loved it, man. Just seeing it from the Super Pets perspective is really cool, man. I really dug this film a lot. I thought it was fucking phenomenal, man. It really put a smile on my face, and I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that from this movie, man. I just thought it was just gonna be dumb child shit that me as a adult DC lover, it was kind of just go over my head, or the fact that I don't really need to watch it. But I would highly recommend everybody who loves DC films watch this, because it kind of brings out the kid in you, but at the same time, it's just kind of cool to see the DC world from a different perspective. And this is that movie, man. It's just so goddamn fun, so goddamn entertaining, and above all else, it's really well made. I mean, seriously, it really is. It looked like they really put a lot of thought into this and really went back into the history of DC and comic books to put this thing together, but yet make it very modern day. I thought they did a really great job with this flick, man. And, you know, look, DC hits it out of the park a lot of times with these animated things, and Super Pets is yet another one that really delivers in a big bad way, man. If you are a DC lover, if you got kids, man, this is well worth the watch. Get ready to unleash the beast in, well, beast. A Blu-ray DVD digital for $22.96, a DVD for $17.96, and just so you know, if you didn't realize, it's collector's edition. Really little wide in your face, baby. Just so you know, it's a collector's edition. It really is, man. Holy shit. Wow, man. Oh, Idris Elba fighting a lion. I've seen weirder. I have indeed, man. I got a chance to watch this in the movie theater with John, and we watched it basically because we really like the trailer. Man versus nature. Man versus beast. Kill or be killed. Survival instinct. Yes. You know how it goes, baby. Oh, you do indeed, man. And just the fact of Idris Elba fighting a lion, there's something about that that's like instantly cool. Or should be cool, right? Because you're like, dude, Idris Elba's a badass motherfucker. Versus a lion, that's some epic shit. Oh, indeed it might be. So, is it worth it? Is the potential really there? Did it deliver in all the beastly goodness? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, not so much, man. I'm dead serious, man. I mean, look, it's not a terrible movie. I mean, all things considered, it's not like the worst thing I've watched as far as man versus nature survival shit, right? However, it was vastly underwhelming and slightly disappointing, dude. I mean, basically, it's about Idris Elba, who is his father, has two girls. They go on this trip to Africa to basically sort of, you know, reconnect with one another after obviously the tragic death of Idris Elba's wife and the mother. And so they're trying to reconnect with the family again. Not very easy. There's a lot of turmoil between everybody. On top of that, well, it doesn't help matters the fact that, well, they go on a little trip to see all the nature, and, well, you know, it tends to suck when, honestly, when you're looking at nature, the fact that everybody is fucking slaughtered like a motherfucker. Seriously, there's like this whole town that is missing. They find the bodies, it's fucking torn up and ripped to shreds, and there's this lion, this beastly lion out there that basically, I guess his pride ended up getting captured and killed. He basically is having this vendetta against these group of poachers, and Idris Elba and the family is technically caught in the middle of all that, and, well, good luck surviving that shit. I mean, my God, man. Look, there was a lot of potential with this movie. There really was, because Idris Elba having a fight against a lion, that's the selling point of the movie, and it kind of delivers in that just a wee bit. The problem is the movie's kind of a bore. I mean, there's a good lion skirmish here and there. There's a good moment where the lion is attacking people, but then there's long stretches where it's just absolutely boring and mundane and slow as shit. And then you sort of get another, like, few minutes of really great lion beast action. And then there's a huge stretch where it gets really boring again and really lifeless. And you're just sitting there like, oh, wow, okay. We've had about maybe 10 minutes of really good action stuff and another like 50 minutes of just boredom. Great. I mean, my God, man. It doesn't really help matters the fact that you're just waiting for the good shit to happen. And when it does, it doesn't really last that long, and you're back to the mundane shit. On top of that, there's characters that are making really stupid, dumbass fucking decisions, man. I mean, the girls are absolutely annoying at moments, complete idiots at other times. Like, when the father says stay in the fucking car, I think you need to stay in the fucking car. My God, man. These kids don't listen whatsoever. They almost get themselves killed in various moments. The father even has moments where he's an idiot at times. I mean, the best character in this movie is Sharlto Copley. I love Sharlto Copley in this, man. He's this survivalist, really knows what the hell he's doing, and he gets injured, and suddenly it's up to Idris Elba to be the man in charge. And I'm like, dude, I would have much rather followed Sharlto Copley's character, this guy in the wilderness who really knows his shit, that has to really survive the elements and the unpredictability of it. That's what I would have loved to have seen. This, man, just turned into a bore fest really fucking quickly, and it never really gained momentum. There were so many moments where they find this abandoned place and they're opening it up and trying to find shelter and everything, and me and John are sitting there like, why aren't they closing the fucking doors? Why aren't they trying to hold themselves up? And then like a few minutes later, the lion just barges in because, oh, guess what? The door's open. And we're like, oh my fucking God, man. Dude, I understand the movies are all about like, hey, you fucking idiot, watch out behind you, you motherfucker. Like, there is those moments where it's great to be the audience and you're calling out the stupid shit, but there's other times when you literally are like, dude, I'm just frustrated at your idiocy and your stupidity. And man, can you have some fucking common sense for just a goddamn minute? I'd appreciate it if you did. I don't know, man. Like, it's just average, and there's some interesting moments of brutality, but outside of that, I wasn't really a big fan of this movie. I was bored most of the time. I felt the characters made really stupid, idiotic decisions, and at the end of the day, the main fight between Idris Elba and the lion just kind of felt limp dick at the end of the day. I mean, the lion obviously is CGI, and it really looks CGI, man. There was moments where you're like, dude, this thing looks like he's fighting pixels, and it looks fucking terrible, man. I mean, I know you only have so much budget, but if you're gonna do a CGI fucking lion, do a CGI fucking lion, man. Do what they did in The Revenant, man. That bear looks fucking real, okay? Spend the fucking money if you gotta do it, dude. But it didn't really impress me. The action didn't really impress me. Idris Elba didn't impress me. Beast, well, unfortunately, this movie, not even close to being a beast. Welcome to the Wild Wild West, and there for $1, the DVD for $9.96. Oh, look at this. Nice. Vengeance for the right price. I don't know if I'd buy that for $1. But shit, I'll at least look at it. You're damn right I will. Look at the cast on this, man. Christoph Waltz, Willem Dafoe, Benjamin Brad. Damn, dude, that is a cast, man. I mean, for a straight-to-DVD Western flag, man, that cast's banging, bro. That cast's really good. Whoa, and directed by Walter Hill. You mean The Warriors Walter Hill? 48 Hours Walter Hill? Hard Times Walter Hill? That dude? Extreme Prejudice Walter Hill? Oh, baby. Then again, he also did that Michelle Rodriguez Vengeance Trip movie where she was pissed off that she got her dick cut off. So, you know, they can't all be winners, but hey, it's nice to see him directing again, man. What is this about? Veteran bounty hunter Max Borland is deep into Mexico where he encounters professional gambler and outlaw Joe Cribbins. Oh, that is so great of a Western name, man. Joe Cribbins, dude. Wow, that totally fits the Wild West, man. A sworn enemy he sent to prison years before. Oh, shit. Max on a mission to find and return Rachel Kidd. Oh, that's another great Western name. The wife of a wealthy businessman who, as the story is told to Max, has been abducted by Buffalo Soldier Elijah Jones. Man, dude, they killing it with the Western names here. Max is ultimately faced with a showdown to save honor. Oh, is he now? Oh, look at that. That is cool, man. I mean, I'm not really into the modern Western stuff. I've told you guys so many times, man. There is moments where it kind of intrigues me, like that show 1883. There is something about that show which really intrigues me like a motherfucker, man. I mean, outside of the fact that it's a Yellowstone prequel, and quite frankly, I've never seen anything of Yellowstone, I think you could just watch it for the sake of watching it as a standalone, and it could be cool, man. But sometimes there is certain ones that sort of pique my interest, and Dead for $1 kinda does it, man. I mean, the cast is amazing here. Directed by Walter motherfucking Hill, man. I mean, that alone does have me intrigued. It honestly does, dude. I don't know if it's good. It could be flat out shit, alright? Those actors don't exactly make a movie good. You still gotta watch this thing to judge it for yourself. But the fact that a lot of stuff is in its favor kinda piques my interest. It does. Can't say every Western piques my fancy, so to speak, but this one definitely does. Maybe it is worth $1. Maybe indeed it is, man. Intriguing indeed. That is for damn sure, man. Not bad at all, man. Not bad indeed. From Western love to Winona Ryder goodness. Oh, yeah, don't say, man. Gone in the Night. The DVD for $12.96. Oh, Winona. Oh, I love me some Winona Ryder. Oh, indeed I do, man. Oh, Winona is so good, man. I grew up with Winona Ryder in my life, man, with so many movies. Whether it was Beetlejuice or Bram Stoker's Dracula. I think she was in, wasn't it that Scarlet Letter movie or something she was in? She was so good in that flick. I really loved her in that. Man, she's been in so many really great movies in the past, dude. I've always loved her, man. And Stranger Things has only brought the Winona Ryder resurgence back, and I'm so glad to see it, dude. Oh, I really am, man. Interesting. She's looking bloody. She's looking distressed. I hope my girl's all right. Oh, I hope she is indeed. When Kath, Winona Ryder, and her boyfriend arrive at a remote cabin, they find a mysterious young couple already there. But when her boyfriend disappears with the young woman, Kath becomes obsessed with finding an explanation with the help of an unlikely supporter, Dermot Mulroney. Oh, Dermot. Dude, you seen better days, motherfucker. Damn, man. Might as well, like, try to shave a little, will ya? Oh, please do, man. Damn. Okay, it's kind of like a mystery thriller drama, so to speak. Nice. I mean, it could have just been the fact that he went off with the younger chick. I mean, just saying, Winona. I mean, I wouldn't leave Winona Ryder. I mean, come on. She's a cougar. Who'd leave that? Seriously. Oh, dude. That's nice, man. It's probably got some good thrills, probably some unpredictable moments, maybe. But if you've seen enough of these movies, you kind of know where it's going, most likely. You kind of do, man. Maybe some interesting twists and turns, possibly. Maybe. But honestly, it's just really great seeing Winona Ryder back, man. It really honestly is. And seeing her getting more opportunities, man. There was a time when she was kind of blacklisted in Hollywood a bit. She had made some mistakes. I think she like shoplifted or some shit. Yeah, you know, ain't nobody's perfect, but I mean, seriously. But the fact that she's sort of making a comeback, even slightly, I really appreciate that, man. I mean, not every project is going to be perfect. Not every project is going to be Stranger Things. But I'd be willing to give this a shot just for Winona Ryder alone, man. Because if my girl Winona is in it, it's a good possibility I may check it out at some point. I may indeed. Oh, Winona, I have always loved you. I've always missed you. And seeing you back makes me a very, very happy boy. Oh, indeed it does, man. Not half bad at all. Not half bad for the physical media goodness. A little bit here, a little bit there. But what about more physical media love? Let's see if they got it. And indeed, we do. You know, I'm always saying that I gotta look on the sides of these displays now because you never know what you may find. Like a little bit of Killer Croc love in a Croc. The DVD for $9.96. Look at this. Whoa. Oh, it's not safe to swim anywhere. You goddamn right, man. If it ain't sharks, it's killer crocodiles. If it's not killer crocodiles, it's piranhas. Man, people just cannot catch a break anymore, man. I am thankful that I really don't swim. Honestly, to be truthful, guys, I don't know how to swim. I'm dead serious, man. I have no idea how to swim whatsoever. I tried to back when I was a kid, a long, long time ago, and I almost drowned. Dead serious. And so now I don't even attempt that shit. I'm like, you know, I'll go into the water. I'll be on a boat, don't get me wrong. But as far as swimming, yeah, I like land. I really do, man. And look at this cover, dude. It is so aping off of Jaws, man, like a mofo. Look at that shit. Oh, man. Copycat much? Oh, boy. Don't go in the water. Trust me, I don't. Oh. Lisa and her family unite at a wedding venue, excited for the big day. However, unknown to the family, a nest of hungry crocodiles has been living in the nearby lake. As the crocodiles crash the wedding in a bloody, thirsty massacre, the remaining family members must survive the night against these Jurassic beasts. Oh, you don't say. Oh, man. It's probably really stupid characters dying in really gruesome ways. And I would just seriously love every single second of it. Most likely I would, man. You know, the dangers of the lake, the ocean, the river, you name it, all the dangers of water. Some are better than others, man. Like, I really love that old school movie Orca. I think that movie's fucking fantastic. The old school Piranha, Piranha 2, hell, even the Piranha remake, I actually really like, man. The fact that Jerry O'Connell's dick ends up getting bitten off and eaten, man, that just satisfies me in all kinds of ways. It really does, man. So, I mean, I like those. Jaws is always wonderful, but they're kind of always aping off of each other, and some are honestly not worth the time. Some are really great. There is some really great crocodile, killer alligator movies. Lake Placid is fucking amazing. I've always loved Lake Placid. I really dig that. The old school movie Killer Crocodile is really cool as well. There's some good ones out there, and there's a lot of cheesy shitfests. Where will this go in the pantheon? Who the hell knows? Crocodile kind of looks cool and killer, but I don't know, man. We've seen some really great covers that turned into absolute dogs, and this might end up being one of them. Who the hell knows? But worth a time waster of an hour and a half? Maybe, but there's a lot of other really great terror in the water movies out there. I'm not sure about Croc. Just watch Crawl. Crawl's pretty damn decent. Croc, well, if the family members aren't getting killed in creative ways, I don't want the shit. Yeah, damn right I don't.
Not at all, man. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, and more killer animals in the water. How can you ever really beat it? And then over in this section, there's a couple more releases that they have, man. Kind of all over the place, man. A hodgepodge of physical media this week, like Jurassic Domination. Oh, yes. A military weapon out of control. The DVD for $9.96. Look at that. Man, that dinosaur was rampaging like a motherfucker. Oh, a dino fuel thrill ride, huh? They don't say who quoted it. Yeah, because they didn't want their name on the damn thing. Apparently not. I love this guy. He's like, oh my god, I'm in a shitty dinosaur movie. Ah! Run for your life. When two military-made weaponized dinosaurs attack a small mountain town, it's up to the sheriff to figure out a way to stop the creatures before the dinos escape and wreak havoc nationwide. Good luck, because you ain't succeeding, motherfucker. They're already let loose. It's called this fucking movie. Oh, man, it really is, dude. Oh, it's from the asylum. Oh, of course, man. This thing's gonna be a goddamn turkey. Oh, man. You know, of course they make shit like this. You know why they made this, right? Anytime the Asylum makes any type of movie, they're basically aping off of some popular movie that's out there in the zeitgeist some way, somehow, dude. I mean, think about it for a second, right? Jurassic Domination, okay? Jurassic World Dominion. Domination? Dominion. Domination? Dominion. You know, if you squint just a wee bit, you might pick up the wrong movie. Oh, you might indeed, man. I can just see an older couple coming in here and be like, oh, honey, look at this. It's another Jurassic movie. I thought they had just made the new one. Well, they probably had just put it out, but we didn't know it had went to movie theaters, and now it's on physical media. Oh, look at the dinosaur, and it's raging all over the place. Oh, we really need to buy this, sweetie. Oh, we do. Oh, yes, sweetheart. We're going to have a night of it. I feel bad for those old folks, man. $10 that they ain't never getting back, man. Oh, goddamn, dude. If you've ever seen an Asylum movie, you know what I'm talking about, man. Goddamn, man. This is hot garbage. The nth degree, dude. Great cover, but the movie's gonna be hot shit. Just saying, man. Buyer beware. I warned ya. It's up to you whether you listen or not. That's for damn sure. Mortal Kombat! Yes, the Blu-ray digital of Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind for $22.96. Yet another new release this week. Not bad, baby. Look at this. Sweet! I'm actually kind of shocked that it wasn't over there because it is technically new. So I figured to myself, like, it should be with all the other newer ones, but my Walmart. I can never figure it out, and I never frickin' will. Evil is unleashed. You're damn right it is, man. I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I got to admit, I've really loved what they've been doing with Mortal Kombat as of recent. Not exactly the live action stuff, more of the animated stuff. I think the last couple of Mortal Kombat animated movies have been fucking killer, man. They've been really amazing, really awesome. I've had a great, fun time, man. They're hella entertaining, bloody and gory as shit, man. So fantastic. Definitely has the Mortal Kombat vibe, man. And I really love those ones. So another animated one, dude, I had to give it a go. Basically, this is about Kano. And Kano is evil. He's taking over the Earth realm one place at a time. And he's assisted by the Black Dragon mercenaries. And only one person dare goes against him. Dare tries to take him on. Kenshi, the rebel warrior who's going to take on the malevolent Kano. However, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of gets his ass kicked really fucking badly. Really badly, dude. Like, he gets beaten down to a bloody fucking pulp, man. And he's depressed as a motherfucker. He's like, oh my god, man, I look like shit, my eyes fucked up. And he tries to seek help from other veteran Mortal Kombat warriors like Kuai Lang to train him in the warrior ways to defeat Kano once and for all. You know, look, I'm gonna be honest, man. I thought this was really solid. This is yet another really great Mortal Kombat animated movie, man. I mean, the animation is not as good as the other two Mortal Kombat animated movies. I think the animation was much better in those. But I really love the story. I love the brutality. It is bloody. It is gory as shit, man. They are really going for some hardcore kills in this bitch, and it is effective as hell, man. I love the designs of the characters, especially Kano and his evil minions, man. There's something about those designs that are just wickedly evil. You could tell that they're just downright destructive and despicable motherfuckers. You really can, man. In fact, I gotta be honest, man, I really do love a lot of the designs in the Mortal Kombat world, whether it's the animated movies, the live action stuff, the gameplay. It was always really distinctive and always easily recognizable of what it was, man, and I really love that. It always felt really, really brutal, man, some of the designs, and you just knew that once you look at that motherfucker, you're like, oh my god, I do not want to fuck with this dude, man. That's the great Mortal Kombat designs, and they continue here, man. It is a really cool little story. There's a little bit of like Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, Daredevilish in this movie too. The idea that the kid is being trained by the old guy, the fact that the kid goes blind and he needs to be trained in the ways of the Force. Oh, sorry, that's Star Wars. But you kind of get the hint, man. It's really good. It's got some really great action sequences, some really great fight scenes. The animation is pretty stellar for what it is, man. It's just a really great, fun, bloody ride, man, that I really did enjoy. You know, if you love the Mortal Kombat series, this is definitely your jam. If you're not, then it's not going to really do anything for you, but it's still really, really solid, really, really well done. And man, it just makes me long for more Mortal Kombat in my life, dude. It kind of makes me wish I actually played more video games, man, and dived more into the Mortal Kombat world, because honestly, after watching this, and I just really want to rip somebody's spine out. I don't know, I just have the taste for it now. Oh man, I really do. So bloody damn good, man. Really, really solid indeed. It truly is, man. No doubt about that. Oh, so damn good. And so is all the physical media love, man. The new release animated goodness, some weird Asylum love, indie weirdness, and new release big blockbusters as well. Man, Walmart actually did pretty damn well this week. Shocker of a lifetime, man, but hey, damn glad to see it. I know you guys love it too, man. Not bad at all. Let's head out. Oh, baby, that's the what I like. Oh, shit it is, man. Damn. Can you believe this? All the great physical media that we have here at the first Walmart of all places. Dude, I'm kind of speechless. I really am. When I come into this Walmart, you gotta understand that I'm expecting maybe 1, 2 things at best, sometimes zippity doo-dah, because I've had enough experiences here and a lot of disappointments that I kind of know better. All right, I don't get my hopes up at all, but damn, this was a great surprise, dude. Seriously, I mean, we've got the blockbusters, we've got the indie goodness, we've got some surprises along the way. Dude, that's not half bad for this place, really. I mean, for all the disappointments that I have dealt with this Walmart, of all weeks, this is what we get. Dude, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I mean, seriously, dude, but shocker of a lifetime, but I'm so pleasantly surprised. As a physical media lover, sometimes I come in here and it just deflates me like a mofo. But this week lifts me up in the best ways possible because they actually put the shit out. Not bad, man. And I know you definitely agree with me. Oh, I believe you do. That's for damn sure, man. And rightfully so, dude. Hey, if they did this every week, this would be one hell of an experience. Doubt that's gonna happen every week, but hey, a physical media boy can dream. That's for damn sure, man. Oh, damn sure. But hey, the physical media love was definitely on display. I loved it. I know you did as well, but there's got to be more physical media love out there, more goodness. So how about we go exploring?
All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. But before I go in, I gotta talk to you guys about something. Now, look, some movies succeed, other movies fail, but to start playing the blame game, it's not really gonna help your cause. Indeed, it really isn't, guys. From Variety, Bro star Billy Eichner reacts to disappointing box office opening. Straight people just didn't show up. Let's dive in, shall we? Billy Eichner has shared his thoughts regarding the meager box office opening for his LGBTQ plus romantic comedy Bros, writing that straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up. In a thread posted to his official Twitter, Eichner, who wrote, produced, and stars in Bros, asserted that he is very proud of the movie, describing his experience covertly watching a sold-out screening in Los Angeles during the weekend. Last night, I snuck in and sat in the back of a sold-out theater playing Bros in LA. The audience howled with laughter, start to finish. Burst into laughter at the end, and some were wiping away tears as they walked out. Eichner wrote, "It was truly magical. Really, I am very proud of this movie." The star also divulged that a theater chain had mounted plans to pull the trailer for Bros from its programming due to gay content, but Universal eventually convinced the company to maintain its placement in the pre-show rotation. America, fuck yeah, Eichner wrote. That's just the world we live in, unfortunately, Eichner continued. Even with glowing reviews, great Rotten Tomatoes scores, and a cinema score, straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up for Bros, and that's disappointing because it is what it is. Eichner concluded his thoughts by encouraging everyone who isn't a homophobic weirdo to see Bros, writing that it remains special and uniquely powerful to see this particular story on the big screen. By the way, Bros is the first gay rom-com to be given a wide theatrical release by a major studio, as well as the first with an openly LGBTQ cast. Unfortunately, with all that being said, it didn't do all that well. But is Eichner right? Is it the straight people's fault that Bros failed? I mean, is everybody just homophobic? Do they just not want to go to see the damn thing? They don't like gay people kissing? Who the hell knows? But I'm gonna push back on Eichner just a wee bit, man, because I understand that you're passionate about a movie, and I understand that, you want something to be successful, and when it's not, you kind of feel like, well, it's got to be somebody's fault because it can't be ours, right? And in some ways, it's not, because, look, I saw the movie. I saw the movie with Nick. I really loved it. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was smart. I thought it was romantic. I thought it was heartfelt. It was a really great movie. Yes, some of the characters are a bit, on the annoying side, just a wee bit, but I can kind of forgive that stuff, man. But overall, it's a really solid film. But let's be honest, man. The movie was not marketed well. The trailers didn't really sell it all that great. The posters are very generic. And it doesn't really have a big star that is really attracting people to the movie theater to want to go see it. And let's also be real, man. I mean, the time that it got released, it's getting released in around September it did. And we're in the horror movie season. People want to see horror movies. They're not really into romantic comedies at this point in time. And romantic comedies don't really sell as well as we might think they do. I mean, back in the day they did. Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail and, Wedding Singer and all that stuff, right? But nowadays, that rarely is the thing anymore. I mean, the last one that really hit big was Crazy Rich Asians, but that was really well marketed. It was unique for what it was, and it was based off of a really popular best-selling book. So it had a lot going for it. Bros just didn't have that, man. And, look, I'm all for diversity. I'm all for really bringing other great romantic stories out there into the marketplace, but not everyone is going to hit big, and someone has to be the sacrifice that unfortunately is the one that really is like, okay, well, this is the first major one that people are really seeing. It may not really get everybody as excited because honestly, it's just not something that people are normally used to seeing. There has to be a sacrifice at some point, and this movie happens to be it. Does that mean that people are homophobic by not seeing Bros? No. Maybe they just weren't interested in it. Maybe they didn't really know about it. Maybe it was just marketed really badly that they were like, dude, this doesn't really look good. And on top of that, look, there was a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community who didn't see the movie. A lot of them just felt that it was too cheesy or ridiculous or over the top or doesn't represent it as well as it could. So to just pin it on one group, I don't think that's the right thing to do. And also, to put the blame game on people is also the wrong thing because, you know, to say outright that there's homophobic people out there, that they just don't like the movie, yes, I suppose there is some of that, but it doesn't help your cause trying to promote the movie by saying that everybody who didn't see it is homophobic and terrible and, you know, that's the reason for the failure. That doesn't help for people wanting to see your movie. Movies just fail. It doesn't mean that they're bad movies. It just means that people weren't interested at the time. This is a good movie, and I do feel like this is a word-of-mouth film that over time is going to get a lot of appreciation, but I think you're sort of hurting your own cause by doing this. Look, we live in very divisive times. There's no doubt about it. And to start pointing fingers at people, then they'll just point fingers back at you, and there's just an argument that starts, and it doesn't help anybody, either side. It just doesn't. So for me personally, I don't think this is the best strategy for Bros. I don't think this is the best strategy for Eichner. I like the dude, but the emotions got the better of him. It happens. Let's hope he learns his lesson from it, but honestly, movies are very subjective. Good, bad, indifferent. It doesn't mean you hate a certain group of people just because you don't see a movie. What do you think? Definitely let me know, guys. Is he right, or is it just being blown way out of proportion? Let me know, for sure, man. But as far as physical media love, hey, look, we've had some good shit. Walmart proved it, shockingly enough. But what about Target? They're usually really solid, so let's hope they're solid yet again. How will we go in? Check it out.
All right, everybody, we are in at good old Target, and damn, look at this. Holy shit, man. They've only got one new release, and that's Super Pets. They have nothing else. Hell, they don't even have Beast with Idris Elba. That is the big new one, and they don't even have that. I mean, come on. They're snubbing Idris Elba? Holy shit. Wow, okay, well, it is what it is, I guess, but damn, man. For the first time in a long time, Target need to be doing better, baby. Well, at least I got one thing to show off. Let's dive into a little bit of DC Super Pets Love, the Blu-ray DVD digital for $24.99, the DVD for $19.99. Ah, yes. Good old pets. You gotta love them. Cats, dogs. Hell, some people have rats, for Christ's sake. Not my thing, but hey, have at it. I mean, seriously, man. But it's not just for human beings, just average folk like you and me. I mean, superheroes do need pets too. It does brighten up your day after you beat up bad guys and help out the common folk. You just want to sit by the fireplace with your pet. I mean, come on. Don't tell me Batman doesn't long for a pet from time to time. And not those goddamn bats either. Alright. I mean, seriously, man. Come on, dude. But it's just really nice to see a more lighthearted superhero tale for the kids. And just so you guys know, if you think that they pulled this out of their ass, if you think that they just made this shit up, you are sadly mistaken, because the Legion of Super Pets is actually a thing. I kid you not. It actually really seriously is, man. It used to be... They formed it back in February 1962. Swear to God, man. The 60s they had this stuff, man. And the original team if I'm not mistaken, was Crypto the Super Dog, Streaky the Super Cat, Beppo the Super Monkey, and Comet the Super Horse. Dead serious, man. That was actually a thing, man. In 1962, they had been in comics individually, but actually as a super team, as a legion of superheroes. February 1962, man. And they actually left comic book continuity in 1986. So actually, they were around for quite a long time, and then DC just kind of stopped it, man. I don't know whether they were not selling that well or they didn't really think much of it and just thought, why do we have this goddamn thing in the first place? So 1986 they went bye-bye, but they ended up coming back in 2017. So yeah, it's weird, man, that they actually had it, but that was seriously a thing, man. Crazy to think about that, but it really is the truth, dude. And it's just nice to see it back, man. It really is, because look, a lot of the superheroes now are very dark and they're brooding and they're anti-heroes, and sometimes you need a fluffy pet to remind you that, you know, these people do have a little bit of humanity inside. I'm just saying. They do, dude. And I just thought it was a fun romp. It was entertaining. It was well done and very lighthearted. And I really appreciated that, man. I truly, honestly did. You know, not everything has to be dark and depressing and foreboding. Sometimes you need just a cool little animated, entertaining flick to remind you that, yes, a lot of these comic book adaptations now are for the adults, especially the movies, but you got to remember the reason why you got into it was you were a kid. You got into the superhero stuff when you were young. That's who this stuff is ultimately made for. So to see this, it does kind of give you a little bit of a reminder of that, and it's something that I definitely appreciate, man. It is pretty well done, dude, and to see the Super Pets back in action, especially in a cartoon form like this, man, kind of makes me Jones for just a little bit more. Well, thankfully, there actually is one more thing to show off, and that is the Blu-ray digital Batman The Long Halloween Deluxe Edition for $27.99. Yes, very nice. Both parts in one deluxe set. Oh, great. Man, I loved The Long Halloween, man. I honestly thought it was one of the best DC animated movies that I have seen in a long time. I loved it so damn much, man. The characters, the action, the animation, the story, so epic, so well done, man. A really great tribute to the comic book adaptation. So fantastic indeed, man. And it's kind of nice to have it together, actually. I mean, if you're a fan, you bought both of the parts anyways, but if you didn't and you were looking to wait, well, all of it in one, that's not half bad, man. And I really like the art on that, but I like the art on the single releases too, man. If you put them like together, it kind of creates sort of a cool little artwork piece. Yeah, it's not bad, man, but hey, it's cool to have the deluxe edition set, and on top of that, an all-new documentary as well. Not half bad, man, for all you Batman lovers out there. And if you love bats, you gotta love this. Oh, that's for damn sure, man. Not bad at all. Pretty damn sweet indeed. As is, well, I guess some of the physical media love. I mean, at least we got Long Halloween and Super Pets. I mean, hell, they don't even have any Love and Thunder anymore. Whatever copies there was basically just sold. So, yeah, they are running dry on the physical media just a wee bit. But hopefully they'll bounce back next week. Let's hope. Until then, this is what we got. Target. Let's head out. Now, normally I don't get to say this, but Target whipped like a motherfucker. Wow, holy shit, man. I mean, they even snubbed Idris Elba. Who does that? Seriously, who does that indeed, man? Wow, that's some crazy shit, dude. I mean, only one major release Yeah, they've got Batman The Long Halloween, but okay, it's kind of a little bit of an add-on, but wow. I mean, when Walmart beats you, that's saying something, baby. Oh, indeed it does. It doesn't usually happen. Target usually rocks it like a mofo, but this week, yeah, not so much. Wow, man. This is a rarity of a week, especially when it comes to Target, man. I mean, at least they had something to show off, but yeah, it wasn't that much. Damn, it really wasn't indeed. I mean, they do have that whole 50% off sales where you buy one and then you get 150% off, which is cool and everything, and that's really nice, don't get me wrong, but honestly, Target doesn't really have the biggest variety of stuff. They really don't. I guess you could do online, but depending on where you get your stuff from, it tends to be a little bit iffy at times. I mean, there might be some stuff worth showing off and everything. Maybe stuff might worth buying if you haven't bought it already, but that depends. Some Targets are better than others. This one is alright. When they're good, they're good. When they're bad, well, yeah, they're kind of bad, ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, well, hey, at least they have the 50% off sale. Maybe you can find something there, but as far as the new release love, yeah, not so much. Not so much indeed, man, but hey, at least there was something, and shit, I'll take what I can get, man. It is what it is for this place. Wowzers. That's all I can say, man. Oh boy, well, physical media here is light as a mofo. Kind of shocker, because I wasn't expecting it, but you never quite know until you go into places, and Target this week, proof positive of that. That's for damn sure, dude. Alright, well, a little bit of physical media here kind of goes a long way, but shit, I'll take what I can get. Hope you will as well. But let's hope there's more physical media on the horizon at the next location.
Alright, everybody, we are at our third location, the second Walmart. I'll be going in and checking out if there's any interesting indie titles. If there is, I'll bring it back to Film Fan 108 and charge you each and every one of you. But before I do that, I gotta talk about a trailer with you guys, and as an old school video game fan, this one definitely gets me in the feels. When we talking about Super Mario Brothers coming March 2023. Yes, Super Mario Brothers. Yes, from Illumination. Coming to eyeballs very soon. Movie theaters across the country, baby. Oh man. Look, dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not big into video games anymore. The Xboxes and the PlayStation stuff, dude, that was not my jam. The Nintendo was my jam. The Super Nintendo was my jam. And a lot of the stuff that I was playing was Mario related. Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, Mario Kart, you name it, man. I love that wee Italian motherfucker. I really do, dude. Oh, man. And I love the world of Mario, and it was so great as a video game fan back in the day, man. And it's just stuff that I really appreciate, still do to this day, even though I don't play it. And to see an adaptation like this is kind of cool because, I've talked about video game adaptations a lot over the years, and some work out better than others. Let's be real. That one that they did, the live action one with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper, I have a soft spot for it in my heart. I kind of do, but I ain't gonna lie. It ain't Mario, okay? Not even close, dude. Oh, man, what a pile of dung that is. It's sort of so bad it's good, but if you're a Mario lover like me, dude, that doesn't resemble jack shit, man. It really honestly doesn't. So it was disappointing just as a Mario lover. And I always thought, God, man, can we do something that's a little bit more accurate? Something that really has the spirit of Mario. And this looks like it. This really honestly does. I love the trailer. The animation looks absolutely gorgeous. And I really love seeing Bowser and seeing Jack Black voice the character, and it looks like he's really trying to make him menacing, and I love the voice acting. And then I hear Chris Pratt. Oh, man, Chris. Oh, okay, look. I don't hate Chris Pratt, and I've said this many, many times. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if he was the exact right fit. Maybe he could have been. But all I'm hearing in the trailer is Chris Pratt. I'm not hearing Mario. I'm hearing Chris Pratt. That's all I'm hearing, man. And that's a goddamn shame because as far as voice acting is concerned, when you do voice acting, you really need to transport the audience to another world. And yes, you're using your own voice, but you can always slightly manipulate your voice. And Chris Pratt just didn't do that. He just went in, just said, "Oh, I'm Chris Pratt, playing Mario, playing Chris Pratt." That's all it sounds like, man. And I was really disappointed by that. It kind of bummed me out a bit. I mean, there's still time to fix it, so it's not like it's completely irreversible. Let's hope. I mean, it won't take away my enjoyment from the film ultimately because it looks beautiful, and I think they're going to do a great job with the world of Mario, with the mushrooms and King Koopa and everything like that. It looks like it's going to be really amazing. Just visually wise, and some of the characters will be really cool, and I'm looking forward to it. But it's not without its faults. And I do think you have to listen to your audience. I do really believe that. I do really believe that you have to listen to an audience because, you know, sometimes when they're complaining, they're not complaining for complaining's sake. They're complaining because they're passionate and they care. You look at something like Sonic. Remember when that first Sonic trailer came out and we saw the design of Sonic? Ooh, man. Don't forget that shit, okay? Don't forget it indeed, because that design was dog shit, okay? That was bad, man. And everybody was just ripping on it big time. And the director and the studio said, you know what? We are going to hold this movie back. We're going to redesign Sonic, and we're going to try to make it more faithful. And they did. They listened to the fans. And guess what? The fans ended up rewarding them with some really great box office numbers. They were able to make more movies. So it's not a bad thing to listen to the fan base. I'm not saying all the time, but in certain instances, they ain't wrong. And a lot of people are really hating on Chris Pratt and really hating on his voice. And in some ways, you gotta listen to the fan base. And I think this time is well worthy to do so. Again, I think everything looks really great. Some of the voice acting sounds phenomenal. It looks stunning. So there's a lot to really like here. And as an old school fan, it really feels like Mario. But you gotta get the voices right, especially my man Mario, man. You gotta do it. They still got time. They can fix it. Again, let's hope, folks. But it looks really stunning. It looks amazing. And as an old school Mario lover, it really gives me those classic Mario feels that, well, that live action movie just didn't quite have. Just saying. Let me know what you think about that. Does it look good? Are you worried about Pratt's voice? Do you think it's all going to work out in the end? Definitely let me know. Dying to find out. But, well, there's been some decent physical media here, decent physical media there. But what about the second Walmart? How about we go in? Check it out. All right, everybody, in at the good old second Walmart, and do we have the indie goodness? Because, let's be honest here, we have had a few good weeks of the indie love, and I'd like to see it back yet again. I'd like to see the indie weirdness back, the bizarro, the oddities. Do we have it, though? Well, I'm gonna be honest, yeah, we don't got shit this week. Yeah, I'm dead serious, man. We had a good streak of 3 great, awesome weeks, but now, well, I suppose we're striking out. Yeah, at least this week, guys. I mean, I can't quite say I blame Walmart, all things considered. I mean, it's not a terrible week for physical media, but it's not the most, like, high-profile week. So much great physical media in stores. A lot of really great stuff online, but the stores sometimes don't always have what the new release love is giving us. You know what I'm saying? You definitely do, and this week is one of them. Shame, because man, I was really looking forward to some indie oddity love, but well, I guess we'll wait until next week for it, huh? I suppose so. Well, cross our fingers, let's hope indeed. But until that week comes,
I guess Second Walmart is providing us with diddly jack squat, man. Goddamn shame indeed. But hey, it is what it is. But let's hope that there's more physical media love on the way, because boy, without any weirdness, let's hope that the next place can really step up.
All right, everybody, we are at our fourth and final location, and hey, come on now, man. Physical media love has been a little bit iffy this week. Let's be real. However, could we save the best for last? Could the savior actually be a bookstore? Oh, I've seen crazier shit. Indeed, I have. Oh, let's hope. When we're going into none other than Barnes and Nobles, baby. We're back at good old B&N yet again. And we've seen some good physical media here, but not a hell of a lot. But then again, trying to put my hopes on a bookstore, yeah, that is stretching it a bit. But hey, you never quite know until you go in. So how about we try to experience some physical media love at a good old bookstore? Let's go in, check it out.
All right, everybody, we are in a good old B&N as usual. And do they have the physical media goodness? We've had some decent, some not so decent, but this time around, we're off to a good start. Oh, we damn hell yes, we are. With Beast, the Blu-ray DVD digital. Whoa, $35. I like you, Idris, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pass. Oh, I think I'm gonna pass indeed, man. You know, look, I love man versus nature. I love a good survival tale, surviving not only against the elements but against the actual animals themselves, the ferocious beasts that are out there in the wild. I love that kind of stuff, man. And Beast just really highlights that there's some really great ones out there. Yes, we could talk about The Edge, and we can talk about some really great ones out there like Grizzly, the old school one. I mean, those are great flicks, don't get me wrong. But what about just the basic lions that are attacking people? What about that genre? It's a smidgen of a very small horror genre, but it is there, actually. And some really great ones that I've loved, like Rogue with Megan Fox, which came out like a couple years ago. I actually am a really big champion of that movie. I think it's actually really good. Basically, this mercenary team coming in to try to save hostages, and they gotta survive in the African jungle. It is really fantastic. Yeah, some of the lion stuff is a little bit CG, kind of tell at moments, but I think they do it pretty damn well, actually. A movie that I wasn't expecting to be half as good as it actually turned out to be. I think it's actually a pretty solid flick, man. Pretty good survival tale. Also, I gotta say, The Ghost in the Darkness, man. Oh, dude. Have you guys ever seen that movie? Michael Douglas, Val motherfucking Kilmer, dude. That is a great movie. I love that. I think it's really grisly, it's gory, it's brutal. I loved badass Michael Douglas just going out there into the jungle, man. I think it's great. It's a really solid flick, man. Well worth diving into. But I think my favorite among the bunch has to be Roar from 1981 with Tippi Hedren. Man, if you have not seen that movie, I implore you to at least watch it once, because it is a wild movie. You know, we talk about CGI, right, with the lions in this movie, or Rogue, or them even doing it in The Ghost in the Darkness, right? But Roar is 100% genuine. I'm not even joking to you guys. It is 100% real. Every lion, every tiger, whatever is there, elephants, you name it, it's all real. Dead serious, man. It truly is, because Tippi Hedren and her husband, they ended up having this sort of animal sanctuary where they were bringing all these wild animals and saving them from being, you know, poached or euthanized, you name it. The problem is that you can't domesticate lions. You can't domesticate tigers and, you know, bears and shit. You just can't do it, man. You really can't. And they were trying, and they figured, well, why not make a film where we show off the humanity of these animals and what gorgeous creatures they are. Yes, they are gorgeous creatures. I 100% agree with them, but they're also wild and ferocious and unpredictable, and you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. And that movie, man, it's not a horror movie, but damn, it should have well been. All right, holy shit, dude. There is moments in that movie where you're like, how the hell did they get away with filming this shit, man? I mean, there are moments where the lions are literally mauling the guy. They are going after Tippi Hedren. They're going after the family. True story, Jan de Bont, that great director Jan de Bont, who did Speed and all those other great flicks, he was, I believe, the cinematographer on this flick. He got scalped. I'm not even kidding you guys. He got fucking scalped by a lion, all right? Melanie Griffith, who was very young in this movie, she was in this flick, and she got mauled by one of the fucking lions and tigers. Her face was fucking messed up. She had to have plastic surgery. I'm serious, man. This movie is fucking insane how they were able to do this, man. Fucking nuts. It has never been replicated since. No way, man. It is just crazy to watch that thing, man. It's fucking nutty. All right, dude. Even Tippi Hedren, there was a scene in the movie where Tippi Hedren is lifted by her leg by this gigantic elephant. She broke her leg. The elephant literally like split her leg in two. Not even joking, man. It's just insane to think of all the crazy shit that's in the movie, and it's supposed to be, oh well, all these creatures, they're misunderstood, and it's wholesome, and it's like, dude, no, man. Like, I respect lions, I respect tigers, I respect all these wild animals, but fuck that, man. They could stay where they are. Dude, I'll appreciate them from afar, but I ain't getting that up close, man. That is just one just out there movie, dude. But it's all real. Everything that is filmed is all right there in the camera, man. And it's just fucking nuts, dude. If you've ever get to watch it, man, you will not believe what you see, dude. I didn't. Nuts. And what people do for a fucking film, man. Forget that shit, man. Seriously. I don't blame Idris Elba, man. I'll fight a CGI lion. Hell, it beats the real shit. It really does, dude. I mean, look, it's hard to make a really great survival tale. It really is, because yes, you have to have the ferocious animals in there, but you also need to have characters that you can sympathize with. You need to have characters who are smart, that you're not yelling at the fucking screen constantly like, oh, you stupid motherfucker, get out the way, or why don't you stay in the goddamn fucking car? I mean, there are those moments where you just really feel like, dude, if you had at least half a brain, you could survive this shit. And I don't know, man. I kind of dig this movie a little bit because there's moments in it that I like, but then there's a lot of frustrating aspects to it. And I just felt like it was a really great missed opportunity to make a really effective survival tale. And I just don't think they did it as well as they could have, man. I mean, we don't get as many of these as I think I'd like to see. I'd like to see a hell of a lot more, man. I remember back in like the 90s getting the stuff like Ghost in the Darkness, getting The Edge, getting all these really great movies. And slowly but surely, well, you can't really film with them for real anymore. There's all kinds of insurance issues, and you don't want to really hurt the animals anymore, so you got to do the CGI, and of course that gets really expensive, and so we see very few of these anymore. It's nice to see another one among the pile, but honestly, it could have been a hell of a lot better, man. Look, Beast is what it is, but honestly, there's a hell of a lot better out there. Hell, I just named like 3 or 4 of them already. Dude, you could do a lot better than Beast. It's a good time waster, but outside of that, is it really necessary for the overall survival man versus nature kill or be killed genre? Honestly, not so much. I mean, you do get some good bonus features. You get creating the beast, man versus lion, making it real, lion's pride, family bond. I mean, you get a lot of really great featurettes here. I just don't really think the movie is all that worth it at the end of the day. I mean, I'd rather watch, you know, lions maul a guy for real and roar. I mean, seriously, I really would, dude. Man, that shit is nuts. This, not nearly as nuts as it ought to be. Just saying, man. Not nearly as much, but from one beast to cute super pets with the League of Super Pets, the Blu-ray DVD digital for $40. Whoa, man. Super is kind of expensive, ain't gonna lie. Oh, geez, it really is. Oh, Lord, man. Oh, baby. You know, look, I'm gonna be honest with ya. For me, I do want to see another one, and I really hope they do it. I seriously do, man, because there's so much really great potential with super pets, right? I mean, even when they came back into prominence in 2017 in comic book form, there is some really weird animals out there that have been a part of the whole, like, Legion of Super Pets. There's even a bat cow. I'm not even joking, yeah. I'm not even joking, dude. Look that shit up, man. It's real. And it's just really great to get more stuff for the kids out there. It really honestly is, man. And as I said earlier, you know, comic book tales and everything, they were always meant for the kids and the young teenagers to grow up and sort of idolize these heroes and the heroism of them. And we've kind of gotten away from that a little bit. We kind of have. And Super Pets is a way to really bring in the young crowd, get them used to the superhero world, and then slowly mature into much more interesting fare, whether it's the Marvel stuff or the more adult DC world. I am sort of looking forward to more of this type of stuff. Let's hope they do it, because look, as much as I like anti-heroes, as much as I'm gonna be interested in seeing Black Adam and, well, superheroes don't kill, well, I do. It's nice to see people with an attitude and, you know, not exactly go with the superhero norms. You know, for the younger kiddies out there, it's nice to be reminded of heroism, of sacrifice, and even of a little bit of cuteness as well. It definitely is, man. Not bad indeed. I mean, you do get the featurettes, behind the scenes, deleted scenes. I mean, you do get some really great stuff, but honestly, the kids don't really care about that shit. They just, does it look cool? Is there cool colors? Can I pet the dog? You know, all kinds of things like that, man. You know, look, man, in a world of superhero golden age that we're living in, it's nice to see something quirky outside the norm. And for kids, that's even more of a plus. Super Pets, surprisingly damn good. And let's hope we see a hell of a lot more of them. I'll give you $1 million. Really? It's that easy? Well, as long as I sleep with your wife. Is indecent proposal, the 4K Blu-ray Kino Lorber goodness. Look at that. Oh baby, Robert Redford, Woody Harrelson, Demi Moore. Oh yes. Oh man, the 4K love here at BNN. Man, talk about movies that I never thought I'd see here, man. Especially the 4K love. Whoa. That's why you never quite know what you're getting until you start looking around, and indeed I did. Wow, man. This movie, dude, I remember this movie got so much hype to it, so much notice when it came out. Just the idea of this billionaire being like, hey, you know, I'll give you $1 million, but I want one sultry night with your wife. It's so good, man. God, I remember, man, this was big back in the day. It really was. It's a good movie. The acting is great here. The directing is phenomenal. It's got some really great twists and turns in it. And it's not just the idea of, okay, I'm going to give you money and sleep with your wife, right? There's more to it because, I mean, on one hand, this is a cash-strapped couple. They're going to Vegas and they're trying to get out of some really bad debt that they have. This guy offers them money and it's like, okay, well, we need the money. We can get out of our debt, but what kind of complications does that cause because of it? And all sort of the crazy madness that goes on with that, dude. It's so fucking good, man. I mean, if Robert Redford was willing to pay me $1 million to sleep with my girlfriend, I love you, honey, but damn, I do need the money, man. I got physical media to buy. Indeed I do. Oh, it's so effing good, man. Also directed by Adrian Lin, who did some amazing movies, man. Fatal Attraction, Jacob's Ladder, Flashdance. Yes, he's a great director as well, man. This is a really sultry, dramatic tale with some really great thrills, dude. If you have never watched Indecent Proposal, well, the 4K love is out there, and it's about time you dive into all the $1 million sleep with your wife goodness. I dare you to catch Frank Abagnale. Oh, I do indeed, because we got Steely Love, baby, yes. 20th anniversary limited edition Blu-ray digital of Catch Me If You Can. Oh, look at this. Oh, sweet, man. Look at that. That's pretty cool, dude. Oh, nice. 20 years. Man, I saw this in the movie theater. Man, I'm fucking old. Holy shit. Damn, man. Sometimes, there's certain movies that remind me that I'm really ancient, and now this is one of them. Oh, my lord, 20 years. Do you realize that certain people were not even alive yet when this movie came out? Yeah, well, I got the gray hairs to show it. Oh, good God, man. But I gotta tell you, dude, regardless of whether it makes me feel old or not, this movie is absolutely amazing. I love this film. It's so infectiously fun. It's got so much charm to it, and I love the acting here. Tom Hanks is really great as the detective that's trying to chase down Leonardo DiCaprio. And Leonardo DiCaprio, man, I've always really loved him as an actor. There was one time long back, during sort of the Titanic days, where everybody really hated Leonardo DiCaprio, man. They wanted him to die, and they just hated that he was on the cover of Teen Beat or all this fucking shit. And I think a lot of people can really appreciate Leonardo, especially his acting and what he's done over the years, and the insane amount of roles that he's had, and the challenges that he's really put himself through as an actor, and the fact that he can turn it on in a dime, dude, as great as he can. It doesn't matter whether it's this movie or The Revenant or The Wolf of Wall Street, Titanic, you name it, dude. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve as an actor. And this one I just really love, where at points he has to be sad and angry and vulnerable, other moments where he has to feel really confident and charming, and to play all those in one single film, man. Some actors can't even pull that shit off to save their lives, and Leonardo DiCaprio does it with ease, man. So fantastic. I love him playing this role, these characters, these different personas. I love that. I love the cat and mouse game that these two are playing with one another. It's very cheeky, fun, but yet really dramatic at the same time. I love the storytelling opportunities that they have here. I love the way Steven Spielberg frames this movie and films it. He's doing it as an old school, almost like detective versus criminal type of movie. I love the time period that it's set in. Steven Spielberg definitely takes that opportunity to really give you all the lush colors and the costumes and the vibrancy of it. It's so really well made and well acted. And the fact that this is a true story, the fact that this guy actually ended up pulling this shit off, all of the fraud that he did over the years, and then the fact that he goes and works for the government to take down people like him. Man, you can't make this shit up. Seriously, you can, man. It's so infectiously entertaining, and it's a wild true story that I really think they did justice to with this film. They really did, man. It is absolutely expertly well done. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's dramatic, it's everything that I wanted out of it and so much more. It's so fantastic. I have never owned Catch Me If You Can. I love this movie so much. I've never owned it on any format before, and the Steely Love looks pretty damn sweet, I'm not gonna lie. I know some people are kind of wavering on this release because they're kind of waiting for an eventual 4K if that happens, and I can kind of see them doing a 4K in the future. Is it worth it to get the Blu-ray Steelbook love, or should you wait for the 4K? I'm somebody that believes that, honestly, if you want the release, regardless of whether it's DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, you just get the shit. Because if you like the movie, be damned what format you get it in. As long as you have it and you love it, you watch it, what's the difference? I don't know, man. But there's some really great special features, some really great featurettes. Not bad indeed, man. Let me just tell you, dude. You know, I can't say that everything that Steven Spielberg touches these days is good. I can't say the same for Tom Hanks either. Sometimes Leonardo misses the mark at moments, but Catch Me If You Can is a really great movie where all three of them come together to make a brilliant masterpiece. It's a sin to kill a mockingbird. Oh, indeed it is, with the 4K love for To Kill a Mockingbird, the 60th anniversary limited edition. Look at this bad boy. Oh, that is sweet. Oh, indeed it is. 1962, man. Damn, it is true. Classic never go out of style, baby. Oh, they never do. Oh, absolutely. Man, let me tell you something. When you're in school, eventually you are going to read To Kill a Mockingbird. It's just one of those classics that you get to read at some point in your life. I read it when I was very young, and it really affected me in a big bad way. I really loved the story and just the powerhouse of what was going on at the time, and how the novel really was taking some really bold controversies and really putting it out there, and I really did dig that. And I think the movie, is equally as important, because honestly, not all book adaptations to movies really work. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them really do, but there's a lot that turn out to be really sloppy and not all that great, not as great as people are hoping for. I could give you an example right now. Yeah, just saying. I definitely can, man. But this one was a really great, pleasant surprise, and I remember also watching this back in high school. There was this sort of class I was in during high school. I forget even what it was at that point, but they had showed To Kill a Mockingbird. And for a lot of people out there, I think a lot of people would be like, oh my God, it's, black and white, and, it's a courtroom drama. Oh my God. But I was really, really interested in checking this thing out because, again, I grew up with so many different kinds of movies that my parents were showing me, whether it was romance movies or dramas or horror or action or sci-fi. So I was exposed to so much different type of movies, all different kinds of genres. Then it didn't affect me whether this was black and white or a courtroom drama. I really wanted to dive into it. And also, I'd heard so many wonderful things about the movie that I wanted to see whether it was actually true or the hype was bullshit. And honestly, the hype was very much real, man. It is such a powerful movie about racism and stereotypes and defending what is right in the world when everybody else is telling you not to. It is so incredibly powerful, so impactful, and so amazingly well done. Not only filmed, but also acted. Gregory Peck is amazing here as Atticus Finch. He is on fire in this role. He is so good. Gregory Peck is an amazing actor, and this is one of his signature roles, and there's a reason why, because he's just that damn good. And hell, even Robert Duvall is in this flick, man. Young Robert Duvall, so good. He's great in this film, man. It is a really great courtroom drama. You're on the edge of your seat. There's a lot of really great thrills and dramatic moments, and it's never boring. You're always engaged in the story and the characters, and you feel for them and you understand them, and you're on this journey with them, and it's so good, man. It really honestly is. There has been other times where To Kill a Mockingbird has been remade rather unsuccessfully, in my opinion. This will always be the gold standard, and there's a reason why, because they really took care to make it such a really great film and to really give it the heart and the impact that it truly deserves. Such a phenomenal movie. And if you are a movie lover if you are a movie fan, if you love film, then this is an absolute 100% must watch. Even if you watch it just one time, the fact that you watched it, it needs to be on everybody's bucket list to watch at least once, because it's just that damn good. Oh, it really is, man. I mean, you get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray, collectible booklet. Oh, you even get a film cell, art cards, documentaries, tribute to Gregory Peck, commentary. Whoa, man, you get a lot of stuff here, dude. I mean, look, this is not going to be on everybody's huge bucket list to want to buy, right? I mean, there's other things that people are interested in and more popular releases out there, ones that, you know, oh my God, everybody's buying this. I got to get it. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. But honestly, stop for a second and reevaluate or re-engage yourself with the older material out there, the stuff from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, the old school stuff, the really old school stuff, because just because it's really old doesn't mean that it isn't good. And a lot of the stuff that we have nowadays owes so much to the stuff back in the day, and To Kill a Mockingbird is one of those classics that still stands the test of time, because it's just that damn good. Just saying, man. To Kill a Mockingbird is a classic that will never go out of style, and it's one that people definitely need to reappreciate. Oh, I see. You were trying to hide from me, Picard, but I caught your ass. Oh, indeed I did, with Star Trek Picard Season 2. Oh, for $43. Oh my God. Boldly go where no physical media buyer has gone before, huh? Oh my Lord, man. Holy shit. So I saw season 2. I watched it. Now, I talked to you guys when season 1 came out about me watching it and what I thought about it, and I liked it for the most part, but I gotta admit to you, man, I was kind of frustrated with it, because some of it was kind of a bore, some characters didn't make sense, plot holes like a motherfucker, but I was like, it was nice to see Picard again, it was nice to see some of the characters, 7 of 9, so I kinda gave it a little bit of a break. I was like, it's not that good, and what they kinda do with Picard at the end of the season, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I was like, look, it has some good highlights to it, so I was kinda gonna give it a wee bit of a break, alright? But I thought, well, they're going to do better with season 2, right? They've learned all their mistakes from season 1, so they're going to come back even better. Man, I gotta really stop doing that, the whole, like, optimistic thing. Because, man, that's really kicking me in the ass. It really is, dude. I mean, basically what this is Q, yeah, that mischievous motherfucker right there, he ends up changing the timeline, and by doing it, it turns into this totalitarian society, and they have to somehow change it back and learn life lessons because of it. Oh my God, all the fucking plot holes and shit. Oh God. Look, man, there's a part of me that really did like it because it was cool to see Q again. It was cool to see Guinan. Oh man, it was great to see that character. Whoopi Goldberg was great in the Next Generation series, so to see her again, it's kind of nostalgia for me. It really is. And seeing the Borg Queen from First Contact, that was really cool. So there is moments where I'm like, okay, I really did like this. But then, I gotta admit, there was moments where it was just really bland, it was lifeless, they did some really stupid things with some of the characters, so many fucking plot holes, the whole story's a complete and utter fucking mess, the whole time travel storyline. Look, here's the thing about it. Star Trek has done time travel really phenomenal at times, there's no doubt about that, but you have to be very mindful of everything that has come before it in order to have it make sense, and it's just a complete hodgepodge of ideas that goes absolutely fucking nowhere, man. I mean, they even ignore their own fucking mythology in this bitch. I mean, seriously. Like, man, does somebody have a whiteboard that they can write on so that somebody can actually pay attention to some of this shit? Man, dude, it's just a hodgepodge of ideas that unfortunately are very half-baked and half-assed is really what it is, man. And it just frustrated me like a motherfucker. It really did, dude. I mean, like I said, there's moments where I really like seeing some of these characters and like seeing some of them back, and wow, man, it's cool to revisit these people. And Q, oh, I remember Q. But honestly, sometimes revisits for nostalgia's sake are not really good just because of nostalgia. Sometimes they deserve to stay in the past, and some of these characters and situations really honestly do, dude. They didn't do it any justice. I mean, I love seeing Patrick Stewart as Picard. I love seeing him as that character, dude. He rocks as Picard. But everything around him is an absolute fucking shit show, dude. Oh, man, season 2 is a real bummer, a real disappointment, a real fucking embarrassment, man. I mean, I had a lot of problems with season 1, but fuck it, I'll take it over this shit, man. And I know they're doing a third and final season, and the only thing that's getting me hyped, getting me wanting to come back, is seeing the original next generation crew, is seeing them all back together again. There's something about that sort of piques my interest, sort of gets me back for one more go. But man, if it's like Picard season 2, dude, man, they can have this shit, seriously. I mean, you got feature rounds, you got deleted scenes, you got gag reel, all good stuff, but you know what, man? I used to be a huge Star Trek fan. I used to love the original series. I used to love Next Gen. Some of the movies, they're great. Some of the best Trek. And we've had a lot of shit Trek over the years, let's be real, man. And Picard isn't really all that great. People tell me, hey, look, watch some of the other stuff out there. Strange New Worlds, watch that. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe I should give it a chance. But honestly, man, I really don't want to get my hopes up, because I did with Picard, and it let me down like a gigantic motherfucker. Oh, Picard, man, can we just go back to the good days, please?
Welcome to Fright Night.
Yeah, oh, look at this. The 4K Steely Love for, man, less than $40. Wait a minute, hold on a second. So you're telling me that a wonderful, superior horror flick is less than $40 for the 4K Steelbook Love, but, okay, a DVD season of Picard is $43. Man, I'm calling some major bullshit. I really am, dude. Holy shit, am I indeed, man. But hey, I'll take Fright Night any day over Star Trek Picard. That's for damn sure, man. Oh, Lord, look at this Steely. It is so wee. Oh, it really is. Oh, and they went with the original design, too. You see, look, you don't need all of the crappy new cover art. The original design is so good. Why don't more people actually figure that shit out? I mean, my God, man. If only. Oh, Fright Night is amazing. I love Fright Night with a passion, dude. I remember watching this. First time I ever did was back in, like, the early to mid 90s, and I just fell in love with it. I was terrified of it, man. Jerry Dandridge. Oh, man, so fucking terrifying. Chris Sarandon was amazing in the role. I love him. William Ragsdale as the teens, kind of like, he's a vampire. He's trying to take over us. And everyone's like, man, you watch too many horror movies, kid. He is great. Oh, he's so fucking amazing. I love him, man. But I gotta give props, though. I have to give props to another person that's so goddamn good. Roddy McDowall, Peter Vincent. Oh, dude, he played a great sort of horror host / vampire hunter. So good, man. The humor is so great here. I love the kills. I love the gore. I love the scares, the personalities, the charm of Jerry. Oh, it's so good, man. Damn, this movie, you know, there are certain really great vampire movies that stand the test of time from back in the day, whether we talk about Lost Boys or Near Dark, really great ones out there, and Fright Night has to be on the list. It might be on top of the list. I mean, it's just that good, man. I love Fright Night Part 2. Hopefully, to God, that gets a release somewhere down the line because it really is that good. They did the remake with Colin Farrell, which I was never really a fan of that one with Colin Farrell. It was alright. It had moments to it that I liked, but it could never reach the heights of the original, man. It was made at the right time, the right era, with the great special effects. It was so good, man, and it's hard to match it. You know, we have a lot of technology nowadays. We have the CGI, we have all the great filmmaking tools out there to make something amazing, but the old school way of doing it, the 80s, the old school way of making with the practical effects and everything, it's just, it's something that really stands the test of time, and it was a way of filmmaking that I really cherish. And Fright Night really proves that the old ways are still way more effective than some of the newer shit. Prove me wrong. I dare you. Prove me wrong, man. So good indeed. And look at all the special features, man. Tons of featurettes, interviews, audio commentaries, anniversary panels. Holy shit, man. Damn, this thing is fucking stacked to the max. Holy shit, it really is. Wow, man, this is an amazing Steelbook love, dude. I mean, there have been many different iterations of Fright Night out there on physical media, Blu-ray editions, DVD editions, you name it. But this Steelbook love might be the best of them all. Oh, to dive back into Fright Night on 4K, what a joy that'd be. Inglourious Basterds, Infinite, ooh. Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, got to love that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I knew we'd come to cross paths eventually, you son of a bitch. Oh god. Oh, the Steelbook love for the movie that shall not be named. Oh my god. Oh, fine, fuck it, I'll say it. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal bullshit. Fucking hell, man. God damn it. Oh, this fucking piece of shit. God damn, man. Yes, well, eventually we're gonna see the 4K Steely Love, and it's finally here. Might as well get out of the fucking way. You know, look, man, I had high hopes for this movie. When I saw the first trailers, I was like, oh my god, the return of Indiana Jones. Oh, my man Harrison Ford. Karen Allen might be coming back. Steven Spielberg's back to direct. Oh, it's a recipe for success, baby. And honestly, oh man, you know, I'm not gonna say like some of the fanboys do, like movie raped my childhood or some shit, but honestly, man, you done ruined my childhood though. Oh, you really did, dude. Oh, this movie is all kinds of bullshit, man. It's hot garbage, dude. I mean, it's great seeing Harrison Ford back as Indiana Jones, I'm not gonna lie, because he still has the charisma and the charm, and he still fits into the hat and the clothes, and he still has the whip. I mean, maybe slightly slower, but, you know, arthritis will do that to you. I mean, seriously, though. But, I don't know, everything else around him, though. I mean, come on, nuke the fridge? Seriously? What bullshit was that? Or, I'm sorry, even worse, Shia LaBeouf swinging with CGI monkeys. Yeah, that was a thing. It was seriously a thing. I mean, Cate Blanchett, I think she was playing it way too over the top and sort of like, you know, cartoon villain dastardly way. It just didn't quite work out. It just was too, in my opinion, way too cartoonish. Maybe it did feel like those old school Hollywood serials from back in the day that Spielberg and Lucas really loved, but I don't know, I think they did it better in the other three movies. I just feel like this movie lost a step or two. Harrison lost a step or two. Steven Spielberg lost a step or two. And it just felt like they were trying to remember how to make an Indiana Jones movie, but not exactly succeeding in it. That's what it kind of felt like, man. And the whole, like, Crystal Skull alien shit, I'm like, come on, dude. Really, we really going down this road? We really doing this shit? I just thought it was an absolute mess of a film. The only thing that is good in this movie is Karen Allen. I love seeing Karen Allen in this movie, man. Just seeing her again as Marion, coming back from the first film. There's something great and iconic about that I really love. But outside of that, everything else is a goddamn mess, dude. It really is that bad, man. I mean, I love the first 3 movies, and it's a really great trilogy. We don't need this in our lives. We seriously don't. This movie is just an absolute hot piece of garbage that really just loses the magic of the other films. Now look, I know they're doing another Indiana Jones movie. I know it's coming out next year. And look, I want to get hyped about it. I really do, man. Seeing Harrison Ford back just one last time, there's something about that is kind of magical. And I want to be transported back to when I was a kid, watching these movies again, the old school serials. But Kingdom of the Crystal Skull has soured my ass like a motherfucker. It really has. Can the new Indiana Jones movie redeem itself? Well, let's hope, because this movie certainly didn't do any of that shit. Just saying, man. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Kingdom of the Crystal Crap. And it's never gonna change. Dracula, yeah. Oh, the 4K Steely Love. Talk about another surprise. Damn, I was not expecting to see this here at Barnes & Noble. Oh, that is really sweet. Wow. Oh, it's so good, man. Damn, I love this movie. I really do. This is a really great vampire tale. It's a really great adaptation of the Bram Stoker tale. I love Winona Ryder here. I love Anthony Hopkins. Gary Oldman as Dracula. Oh, he's so good. I dare you guys to disagree with me. Gary Oldman is one of the best to ever play Dracula. To me, he's easily top 5, if not top 3. He is amazing here. He is terrifying. He is charming. I mean, one minute you can have a conversation with him, the next minute he's ripping your fucking throat out. Dude, he's so great. I love the makeup effects here, the costumes, the scenery. Everything is so brilliantly well done, man. Francis Ford Coppola, man, he was a master when it came to this flick. He is so good. I know some people give Keanu Reeves some shit for this movie. They're like, oh, man, he's the weakest link in this bitch. And I'm like, I don't think he really is. I think people kind of shit on him a little bit too much. I mean, he ain't the best, but he certainly ain't the worst, man. But I do really love the gothic undertones here. I really love the sets and the castles, and just, you know, there's certain ways to do this. Back in the old school days, when you have something like the Bela Lugosi version of Dracula, it's more imaginary, it's more in your mind, a little bit more cheeky, or you could go really ultra serious and ultra dramatic. And I think they really went in the greatest direction that they could with this movie, man. I mean, look, not every Dracula adaptation is great, alright? Trust me, there's a lot of turkeys out there. But honestly, this is one of the best adaptations of the Bram Stoker novel. You got to admit that, man. I mean, even if you don't love the movie, you got to admit that, man, it's pretty damn good for what it is, man. The special effects alone are worth it. And Gary Oldman, dude, he is right up there with Christopher Lee, with Bela Lugosi, Frank Langella. He is one of the best, and this movie absolutely proves it. Ah, so killer, dude. So good. Wow. Dracula. So fantastic, man. I love that. Oh, so good. Oh, speaking of so good, speaking of more steely love, with the 4K Blu-ray of Army of Darkness. Look at this motherfucker. Whoa. Look at that artwork. Oh, that artwork is so sweet. Woo. Look at that, man. Oh, that is one pretty ass artwork. Oh, indeed it is. Trapped in time, surrounded by evil, and low on gas. Oh, indeed he is. Oh, man. I love Army of Darkness. I love the cheesiness, the ridiculous, the over-the-topness of this movie, man. And, you know, look, if you're looking for really serious, ultra gory Evil Dead style, well, you'll watch the first Evil Dead or you watch the second Evil Dead. This is just pure pulpy fun. And you could tell that Sam Raimi is having a ball making this movie, man. You could tell that he loves torturing Bruce Campbell like a motherfucker. He loves it, dude. He absolutely loves that shit. And man, he puts him through the ringer with these most ridiculous oddball situations. Whether he's battling like mini ashes or like the evil version of himself, other deadites. And he has to go up against a whole army of fucking skeletons, which really feels very Harryhausen-esque. Oh, it's so fantastic, dude. I love this movie, the hilariousness of it, the comedy, the jokes. Bruce Campbell is a master when it comes to that. He's so good, and Raimi is so good at making a sort of blockbuster B-level flick, man. He's so good at it, man. You can tell that he has a certain amount of cheeky charm when it comes to these type of movies, that he really loves the old school cinema and he really likes paying homage to that. And this film definitely proves it, dude. Yes, it's not, you know, the ultra like, oh my god, the bloody deadites, the gore. It's not like Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2, alright? So I know people kind of shit on it because of that, but for the most part, it is really a sweet adaptation, a more updated version of a really crazy Harryhausen flick, and it's so fantastically fun, dude. Oh, I love it so much. So great, man. Man, you get the theatrical cut in 4K, you get it in Blu-ray, you get the director's cut, and the international cut on Blu-ray as well. I mean, so you only get really one disc that has 4K. The rest of them are just basic Blu-ray. I mean, I do have the Blu-ray edition from Scream Factory of Army of Darkness. I mean, this is a pretty sweet edition, not gonna lie. I don't know though, man. I guess it's up to whether you're a huge fan of it, if you want to really upgrade or you've never gotten it before. I mean, the artwork is pretty killer though, not gonna lie, it really is great. Out of the editions, I think I'm probably a fan of the international cut more than anything else. I love the director's cut and the theatrical cut, but the international cut just gives you a bit more, which I really do like, man. But God, all the special features too are absolutely amazing. Commentaries and featurettes, deleted scenes, interviews, my God, man, there's so much shit here to chew on. It's really great, dude. I mean, it's not a perfect trilogy. Yeah, you kind of want it to be a little bit more in your face and gore-tastic, but you know, I'm willing to sort of give it a little bit of a pass for that because it's just so damn ridiculously wild. And honestly, it's movies like this that make me love Bruce Campbell and make me love Sam Raimi and just all the dead-eyed hilarity that I can possibly handle. Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi. Man, what a pair. Who's gonna vote for Mr. Mayor? Probably not me. The complete series, wow. Oh man, didn't it only get like 20-something episodes? Jeez, man, that was quick shit. Oh my god. Ted Danson, Holly Hunter, wow. I think this came out this week or last week or something like that, man. Welcome to LA, where dreams sometimes come true. Bet that right. Oh Lord. You know, I never watched Mr. Mayor. I know that it was created by Tina Fey and it was supposed to be almost like a newer or a Parks and Recreation type of show, that type of comedy. Yeah, I saw the trailers for it and some of the clips, and it just didn't really do anything for me, to be honest. It really didn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ted Danson. I mean, talk about what great actor over the years, whether we're talking about Cheers or some of his movie stuff, 3 Men and a Little Baby, Dad, Pontiac Moon, Made in America. He's a great actor, man, and has done a lot of really great projects. People know him more for television with Cheers than anything else, but he's solid, man. He really is. But comedy nowadays is not what comedy used to be back in the day, and trying to do that with an old school actor sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. It didn't really seem like this gravitated more to anybody. probably people just didn't really care for it too much. I mean, basically, it's about a bumbling politician who screws up occasionally, and the people around him that have to try to save his ass, and all the hilarious complications that go with it. Honestly, they did do that type of show before. It's called Spin City. Yeah, just saying. Spin City was so much better with Michael J. Fox, man. That was some really good shit. Been there, done that, and honestly, they did it better. Just saying, they really did, man. I mean, I'm not really much of a TV watcher anymore anyways. I mean, as far as comedy TV shows are concerned, the last one that I really got into was The Office. I really love The Office, but that's the last time that I really got into anything like that. Parks and Rec never really did anything for me. Community, honestly, never really did anything for me. The Office is the last great one that I'll ever really dive into, I think. Mr. Mayor tries, but honestly, nobody was voting for his ass. Sorry, Ted. You tried, bud. Oh, you did indeed. But from one TV show which is very comedic to one which is very dramatic in Bel-Air, Season 1. Oh, yes, the reboot of Bel-Air. You get one shot at a second chance. Oh, you do indeed. You better make it count, but brother, oh, you better do, man. Look, the truth is, I had heard about this, and I haven't watched it, alright? I haven't watched a single episode of Bel-Air, so I don't know good, bad, and different how it really is. I do have a free trial for Peacock, and I know it's on the Peacock streaming service, so I might end up just watching a few episodes to see out of curiosity. But I was a little bit sketchy on it because I was like, why are we redoing Bel-Air necessarily? I mean, The Fresh Prince was really good. Why do we have to redo it necessarily? But I understand it. Every sort of fucking property gets a goddamn remake, redo, whatever these days, so why not Bel-Air, I suppose. But I heard that this is way more dramatic with some comedic moments, whereas The Fresh Prince was very comedic with some dramatic moments sprinkled in. Okay, it could be good. Maybe. I mean, I saw a lot of reviews online through YouTube and print and everything like that, and a lot of them actually really like the show. Like, people really dig Bel-Air, man. They're really digging the characters and the drama and the story, the acting. People are really digging it. There is some problems that people are having with the show, but other than that, people actually kind of like it. So, I mean, people are actually liking this thing, so maybe it is good. I don't know. I know they're getting a second season, so there is that. You know, Bel-Air, The Fresh Prince, man, with Will Smith was so goddamn iconic, man. It was so great. And it had some wonderful actors in there, some really great, wonderful moments. It really made Will Smith a star. And to make it this drama-filled sort of tale about this boy and all the complications and scenarios and the conflicts that he has could be good, but does it make me sort of wish that I want the Fresh Prince, the old school Fresh Prince back? Or will this sort of create its own path and something unique and try to do its own thing and sort of be defined in its own way and not be compared too much to the Will Smith version? But then again, if you're going to call yourself Bel-Air, if you're basically going and trying to make a newer version of the same scenario, people are going to compare, aren't they? I mean, isn't that obvious? I don't know, man. Like I said, I think I should give it a chance, at least a few episodes, to see if I dig it. If so, maybe I'll continue. If not, at least I tried. I'm not saying that every remake or redo, you know, reevaluation, however you want to call it, is bad, because it's not. But you gotta understand, man, I've lived through a lot of these remakes and these refashions and these what the fuck evers, man. I mean, I have, and a lot of them have just been absolutely piss poor. And so when I see a remake nowadays, I'm kind of a little iffy about it, because I'm like, I just don't know if I really want to invest my time into something that could ultimately disappoint me. but maybe I just have to give it a chance. You never know until you try. And that's pretty much the whole concept of Bel Air, isn't it? It definitely is. Well, maybe it's worth it to just give it just a wee bit of a chance, right? Maybe.
Oh yes, we are back to the Criterion Collection love yet again. I mean, why exactly? I mean, it's not necessarily 50% off yet anymore. I mean, we gotta wait till November for that shit, so why am I over here necessarily? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because of Lost Highway. Oh, yes, Lost Highway came out. Yes, Criterion has it now. Oh, yeah, baby. They've got the 4K. They've got the Blu-ray love. Oh, very nice, man. Some David Lynch weirdo shit. Oh, man. Let me tell you, dude. This movie, man, is one wild, crazy, insanity nightmare of a ride, dude. It just is. Ooh, man, it is an experience. Let me tell you, dude. Pretty much most of David Lynch's shit is, man. It's like a fever dream, practically. And this is no different, man. I love Bill Pullman here. I love Patricia Arquette here. I think both are absolutely fantastic. But I'll tell you who makes this film, man. Fucking Robert Blake, man. He is fucking terrifying as shit in this movie, dude. You know, he's great, man. He really, like, gets under your skin, dude. He's fantastic. Everybody is. And you don't know whether they're going crazy, whether it's real, whether it's nightmare, whether you're going fucking nuts. Yeah. Oh, man. This movie, man, take you on one hell of a trip. It really will. But I really love it, man. You just have to be in the mood for that type of sensibility to really enjoy it, man. Because if you're not, you just won't even like the damn thing. But if you're willing to go on a feverish nightmare type of dream scenario, then, man, Lost Highway is one hell of a ride. You just got to buckle up and deal with the damn thing. But, boy, is it worth it, man. Can't say you'll understand it, but it is pretty damn good, man. Not bad at all. I do actually have the Kino Lorber Blu-ray of this. I actually do. So I don't know if I would necessarily upgrade, but for 50% off Criterion love in the future, that might be worth doing. Just maybe, man. Just maybe indeed. Not bad. Not bad indeed, man. Man, we've gotten a lot here. We've gotten new Criterions. We've got TV goodness, Steelbook love, more Steelbook goodness. Of course, we had to see something that I didn't want to see. Fucking hell, dude. But we've got so much wonderful goodness here at Barnes & Noble's. Holy shit. Man, they really came through in a big bad way, baby, and damn glad for it. Oh, I am, man. Well worth the visit, for sure. Let's head out. Now that's what I am talking about. Holy cow, man. Look, I thought Walmart was going to be the big surprise of the week. Fuck that, dude. Barnes & Nobles. Wow. You know, usually we see a few things here, a few things there. Definitely well worth talking about and showing off. But, dude, this week, man, they be killing it. Oh my god. I mean, they got all the new release goodies. They got the 4K love. Oh, yes. You definitely know it with To Kill a Mockingbird. They've got the Steely love. Lest we forget, with a little bit of Catch Me If You Can. Oh, yes. And let's not forget Fright Night. Oh, yes. And on top of that, let's also remember that they have good old Dracula and a little bit of good old Criterion love as well. Holy crap, man. Man, blew my freaking mind away. It really did, dude. Look, Barnes & Nobles, man, be killing it this week. They definitely made up for the lacklusterness of what Target gave us and the big old fat nothing burger that the second Walmart had as well. Man, talk about surprise of a lifetime, dude. Barnes & Noble be holding it down for the physical media love. And it definitely makes me a very happy physical media boy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it definitely does. And I know it does for you as well. Oh, that is for damn sure. So sweet indeed. Oh, I so loved it, dude.
Not every week is going to be this plentiful for Barnes & Nobles, but I'll definitely be taking it. That's for damn sure. Oh, absolutely. Oh, so good indeed. Definitely the bounce back for physical media that this physical media lover needed. Absolutely, baby. Oh, so good. Well, enough of the Barnes & Noble's goodness. I mean, I could stay for a long while and just keep on checking out the physical media goodness, but I think it's about time to head home and finish the video.
All right, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD. Out and about a video this week, and you know, it's one of those weeks where you go into the first location and you're pleasantly surprised. It's like, wow, actually, there's a lot of great shit this week. And then you go into the second location, like, wow, I'm a lot less impressed. And then you go into the next location, you're like, oh shit, damn, this is bad. And then you're like, oh god, man, that whole like desperate feeling where you're like, oh shit, man, there ain't nothing else to show in there. And then you go into the other location and you're just fucking blown away. You can't believe what you see. And I've always told you guys, I've said it so many times, that you never know what you're gonna find at these places until you go in and actually check for yourself. And look, I did. And boy, I found some disappointment this week, but damn did I find some surprises, man. And a hell of a lot of pleasant ones at that. Jesus. Man, that was some good shit. Indeed it was, man. Oh, man, this week, dude, it has so many really great, wonderful movies to talk about. So many great additions out there. And there are so much out there in the marketplace now for physical media. It's insane how much stuff is out there right now. Whether you're talking about 4K, steelbooks, really great limited editions, new stuff that's coming out every single week. It's literally a bonanza now because we are getting to that fall season. We are here at the point where physical media is literally converging in the best way possible. Whether you've got the sales going on, whether you've got the big name horror releases that are happening, great new 4K editions, and so much more. Man, it is a bonanza at this point. And if your wallet isn't hurting, you ain't doing it right. All right, that's for damn sure, man. My God, there's so much stuff out there for physical media lovers to just dive into. Hopefully you are. If you are, which why wouldn't you be, definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, well, I got a few things. I mean, come on. Indeed I did. Now, I showed off a lot of great steelbook love over at Barnes & Nobles. And not like I didn't already have it, but it was kind of like, wow, it's cool to see it in the store, but I already knew that I was getting it regardless. Oh, indeed. The first Steely that I picked up, man, I got this from Best Buy. I ordered it online, and I'm so damn glad I did. I love this movie so damn much, and to me, it's worthy to go in the collection. It's always been worthy, but with this edition, it's even sweeter. Oh, with Dracula. Look at that, baby. Yes, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh, yes, indeed. Look at that. Oh, the back of it as well. So sweet, man. So sweet indeed. You know, look, I said it at Barnes & Noble's, and it really is the truth. This is such a really great horror movie experience. It's a really great tale, great adaptation to the Bram Stoker novel, and it has one of my best performances that I've ever seen from somebody playing Dracula. And I have seen the gamut, man. Whether we're talking about Lugosi, whether we're talking about Christopher Lee, whether we're talking about the dude from Monster Squad, which fucking killed it. You know, he was fucking awesome. Frank Langella. I mean, hell, I'll even go to say fucking Blade Trinity. That dude playing Drac. I mean, he was shit, but, I mean, hey, you can't win them all. But that being said, look, man, I've run the gamut, dude. I've absolutely run the gamut of how much I've seen of people playing Dracula, and I got to admit, Gary Oldman is easily top tier. Easily top tier, man. And he plays such a really great romanticized version of Dracula, but then such a devious and evil version. And I love how at 1 minute you are so taken by him and charmed by him and compelled by him, and then the next minute you're literally scared and terrified of him, and you have no idea what he's going to do next. So unpredictable. And I love that type of performance, and Gary Oldman kills it in this movie. He's so great. Francis Ford Coppola directs it so well. You really get the gothic tones of it so fantastically. I think everybody does a great job. They're really committing to their roles and really doing their best to really make this as effective as humanly possible. And damn is it, dude. I just love the eroticism of it and the danger of it. I love the one scene where Winona Ryder, goes out to see what's happening with her friend, Mina. And Dracula is like dressed as a wolf. And he's in this sort of almost like a werewolf look that he has. And he's literally like biting down on this chick's neck. She's dressed all in like red. He's sort of writhing around with her and just touching her all over. And there's a certain amount of sexualism to it and just raw passion. And you're like, God damn, dude, like this is some twisted shit, but you can't look away, man. And I just love that, dude. I just think this is such a fantastic movie. It really is one of the best. And there's been other editions of it. There's been other 4K editions. There's been Blu-ray editions. And I've always heard mixed things about it. Certain transfers or the way the picture quality is. And I've always stayed away, thinking, well, maybe I'll never buy Dracula and have it in the collection. It's just one of those titles that it'll never really be as good as I'm hoping it was, and there's always going to be some sort of fault with the editions. And then this comes around, and I'm like, okay, man, I'm doing it. And so finally having Dracula in the collection is so well worth it, man. I love great vampire tales, and this is among the best of the bunch. Seriously, really fucking good, man. Thank the Lord to finally get a really great edition of this. Oh, so fantastic indeed. Oh, so damn good. Finally able to have in the collection. Damn worthy. Oh, absolutely it is, baby. And the horror love don't stop there because, well, it's the season after all. Come on, man. When you're getting one horror sealy, you got to get another. Because I want to welcome you all to Fright Night. Yes. Oh, look at that, baby. Oh, so goddamn sweet. Oh. Look at you, Jerry Dandridge, you beautiful, evil motherfucker. Oh, man, I got this through Orbit DVD. Now, I actually wanted to order it through Best Buy, and I couldn't. Swear to God, guys. I had it in my cart, and every time that I tried to pay for it, it wouldn't let me finish it. Seriously. Like, I was willing to give my credit card information, everything like that. It wouldn't take my money. I'm dead fucking serious, man. That was wild. God knows how many times I tried. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just sort of sold out, but they're not really saying it's sold out. You just can't really get it now. And it was sold out through other places like Diabolic DVD. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just never get it, right? It's just one of those steelbooks that is like, hey, this is going to be hugely in demand. There's no way I'm going to get it. And then when Orbit DVD got some in, dude, I fucking ordered that shit so fast. You have no idea, dude. And I was like, dude, I want this. And I'm so glad that I got it. And as I said over at Barnes & Noble's, that this is a great top-tier horror film. It just simply is, man. It's a great horror comedy. The comedy isn't spoofy. It's not sort of over-the-top-ish, ridiculous. You know, you can't take it seriously. It's good tongue-in-cheek fun, but at the same time, the horror is really horrific, and they really go for it in a big bad way, man. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's scary. It's just a really great wild ride that I just love watching. Every single sort of October Halloween season, it's the one that I love to watch because it's just so damn infectiously fun. And I always love seeing Jerry Dandridge. I always love seeing, obviously, William Ragsdale, and seeing him sort of like almost do like this rear window type of thing, and spying on this guy and knowing that there's something wrong with him, and then when he realizes, oh my god, he's a vampire, and suddenly everybody doesn't fucking believe him, and they're like, oh my god, dude, your imagination, man. God, we've told you to quit that shit. And, you know, suddenly when they finally believe him, it's too goddamn late, but, you know, all it takes is you know, having a little bit of a partnership with a horror host, and shit, you can get anything done these days. Oh, so good, man. So absolutely good. The performances, the scares, the special effects, the makeup, everything is so well done here, man. And it is really one of those great horror films that is just one of those ones that you always come back to because it's just incredibly entertaining, and there wouldn't be an October season without watching this. It's just that good, man. And seeing it in the Steely form is even sweeter. I had the Twilight Time release for the longest time. I really did. I had this release right here, man. This Fright Night release. Dude, the 30th anniversary Twilight Time one. Dude, I had this forever. And I thought I'd never upgrade. I thought that they would never put out another really great edition of Fright Night. And, dude, they did. Man. And usually I'm not one to always double dip. I'm not that guy. But, man, the Steely got me. And I had to get it, dude. This is a great release. I love this Twilight Time release so much. But you want to know what, man? If you're going to upgrade, you might as well do it Steely style. Oh, you might as well indeed, man. Not half bad. Oh, well worth it indeed, dude. It's so great. And I gotta give it up for Sony because the special features are absolutely banging on this release. There's so much stuff. And it really felt like they really wanted to make a special release for Fright Night. Something that is really, truly for the fans. And this is really it, dude. I mean, you know, I think as horror lovers, there's certain movies that just stick with us, right? Regardless of the new shit that comes out, and regardless of, you know, everybody telling us, you gotta try something new, you gotta get away from the same old shit. We're loyal. We're loyal to our stuff, man. And this is one of those movies where we are loyal to it to the very end. And why? Well, because it's just that damn good. Just saying, man. I'm happy to have the Steely love. And if I had to replace the Twilight Time, I think this is the release to do it. Oh, indeed I do. We ain't done yet. Oh, you thought we were? Shame, shame, shame. Because when you get one great horror Steely, well, then you have to get another great horror Steely. And, well, you can't just get two. Because they do say that everything good comes in threes. Oh, yes. When you're getting a little bit of Scream love. Oh, yes. What's your favorite scary movie? Remember Me. Oh, some Ghostface goodness. Oh, man. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I ordered this on BestBuy.com. When the pre-order hit, dude, I went for it. I wasn't actually at first going to pick this up. I was kind of waffling back and forth, man, because I don't have the first Scream Steelbook. And I gotta go now on eBay, and I gotta try to look and see if I can find the Scream Steelbook. Oh, man, that's gonna be a hunt. But I was like, God, I don't have the first one. Should I really get the second one? But I thought, dude, I really love Scream 2, and I've got to get the Steelbook. And at some point, I'll eventually catch up to getting the other Steelbook love, but for the time being, I've got to get this. And so it really was a no-brainer to want to finally pick this damn thing up. And I'm so thankful that I did. Dude, I love Scream 2. Here's the thing about horror sequels, right? They seem easy to do, right? Well, I mean, the first one's really successful, then you can just pretty much make the second one and it's guaranteed to be just as good, right? People are going to enjoy it. But that's not always the case, because what you're doing is you're following up from such a really great, successful original horror flick, trying to make a sequel that, yes, ups the ante, but also is a great continuation of what came before. And it's not easy to pull off, man. There's only a few, in my opinion, that it really, really works and makes a really great sequel. I think Hellbound Hellraiser 2 is great. I personally like Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, even though a lot of people don't. Friday the 13th Part 2 is really killer. And Halloween 2. Come on, Halloween 2 is fucking awesome. No, we're not talking about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. We're talking about, the follow-up, from the John Carpenter classic. Just saying, man. If I gotta remind you guys. I mean, there's that. There's even The Devil's Rejects, which is a really great follow-up to House of Thousand Corpses. Critters 2, which is really phenomenal. I mean, I really love The Fly 2. I think The Fly 2 is actually pretty cool, all things considered. I mean, Phantasm 2. So, yes, there's a lot of examples of really great horror sequels. Then again, let's be real, there are some turkeys out there, all right? And Scream 2, especially following up from such a movie experience like Scream, something that reinvented the genre, to try to do it a second time is really not that easy. And I'm not saying that Scream 2 really reaches the heights of the original Scream, but damn, do they get close, man. They really do. I love the story. I love that the sins of what Sydney had to deal with from the first movie is coming back to haunt her. I love that. I love the characters here. I love Randy. I love Dewey. I love Gail. Man, it's just a really great follow-up that really ups the ante in the best way possible. The kills are even more brutal. The scares are unpredictable. There's some really great moments here that you don't see coming, and I really love it. And give Wes Craven credit for coming back, because, I mean, me personally, I'm not gonna lie, if I was Wes Craven and I had made Scream and they came to me and said, hey, we want you to make Scream 2, I'd be like, dude, I'm out. Like, I made Scream. I reinvented the motherfucking genre, okay? Like, dude, I'm out. But he was like, dude, he considered it a challenge. He considered it something where it's like, okay, this is a really great opportunity to sort of redo it again, but slightly differently. And I appreciated that, man. I really honestly did. It's a great movie. It really, honestly, truly is one of the great horror sequels out there. And man, it's been a long time since I revisited it. I might have to do it. That's for damn sure, dude. Oh, it's so, so good. And hopefully they're going to continue with the Scream Steelbook love. Hopefully we'll get one for Scream 3, maybe Scream 4. I don't want one for 5. No. No, we're not doing that shit. But that being said, man, I really wanted it, and now I am officially on the hunt for the Scream Steelbook. Oh, man. Just when I thought my life got more complicated, man, do I put more on my plate. We'll see if I ever reach that goal. Hopefully we will, but in due time, I suppose. But in the meantime, Scream 2 Steely Love ain't half bad. Oh, it's not indeed. And that wasn't too bad for the physical love this week. I mean, 3 great horror steelbooks? That can't be beat. And before I let you guys go, I gotta talk about something, man. And this, on one hand, it's really great to revisit old movie stars, but is it the right way to go about it? Well, for Bruce Willis, it seems to be the right one. From Collider, actor Bruce Willis becomes first celebrity to sell rights to deep fake firm. Well, it's bound to happen eventually, and Bruce started the trend. Oh, indeed he did, man. Let's dive in, shall we? Action movie legend Bruce Willis has just become the first Hollywood actor to sell his rights to the possibility of a digital twin to the U.S. firm Deepcake, according to The Telegraph. With the use of deepfake technology, Willis has offered his likeness to be used on screen for future projects, following his first experience with the digital media manipulation in a commercial for Russian phone service Megaphone last year. Deepfake technology allows for the use of a person's likeness to be superimposed over another individual. Through the use of machine learning and AI, it's possible to create a visual and audio twin of someone in videos, though the ability to recreate someone so nearly flawlessly does raise a few ethical questions. The technology has already been utilized within the Star Wars universe with Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, as well as The Mandalorian in Season 2. In 2021, Willis gave permission to Deepcake in order to appear in a commercial, allowing his face to be digitally transplanted onto another performer. Now, the actor has officially sold the rights to his likeness to be essentially hired by Deepcake for future productions. Recently, the 67-year-old went public with his diagnosis of aphasia, which is described as a language disorder that causes issues with reading, listening, and speaking. He and his family made an announcement in March that Willis would be stepping away from acting after over 4 decades of films, which was no easy decision for the star. With the use of deepfake technology, Willis was able to make a cameo in a Russian commercial only last year without ever stepping foot on set. On his experience with Deepcake, Willis said, "I like the precision with which my character turned out. It's a mini movie in my usual action comedy genre. For me, it's a great opportunity to go back in time. With the advent of modern technology, even when I was on another continent, I was able to communicate, work, and participate in the filming. It's a very new and interesting experience, and I thank our entire team." Okay, seems like he's actually liking it. Hopefully. Hopefully, indeed. But we'll see how that one goes. The company Deepcake offers its services for a portion of the fee necessary to have a star like Willis featured in a production. With this technology, the ability to see stars in roles after they've died can become a reality, which is a little hair-raising in its infancy, but isn't unheard of. Deepfake can be used to de-age actors as well as bring back old Hollywood stars. The company suggests deepfakes allow production teams a sort of convenience, removing the hassle of scheduling conflicts, travel expenses, insurance, and so much more. Oh, indeed it does. While all advancements have the potential to be used nefariously, there's no denying deepfake technology offers an intriguing solution to the future of television and movies. Willis may be the first of many celebrities willing to have their legacies live on. Oh, perhaps he is, but let's be real, is it right? That's up to the individual, but sometimes technology isn't always what it's cracked up to be. And in this case, well, yeah. Yeah, indeed, man. You know, look, I'm going to be honest here with you guys. When I first heard about this, I thought to myself, why would anybody want to do this? Why? Why would they want to give their likeness, their rights to their likeness, to this deepfake company that could potentially use you in other ways way after you're gone? Then again, let's be honest, Willis is on his way out, and he's only got a few roles left, and he's done. That's it. And maybe this is a way to keep his legacy alive for as long as it possibly can be. And for somebody that is diagnosed with this really terrible affliction, this disease that he has, that's eating away at his life, this is a way to continue on, and I understand where he's coming from in that regard. On the other hand, I just don't feel that this is the right maneuver for every situation. I mean, I remember going to see Star Wars Rogue One, and I went to see that, and I saw, holy shit, Peter Cushing on the fucking screen, man. I was like, holy shit. I was shocked. And there is still that uncanny valley where you kind of look at him and you're like, well, it's Peter Cushing, but it's not actually Peter Cushing. Like, it just doesn't look entirely 100% real. There's still something there that just has a certain amount of fakeness to it that it isn't 100% effective. But then again, look, I've seen YouTube videos with deepfake technology where I'm like, dude, I can't tell the fucking difference to save my life. So, depending on how it's used, it could be really effective. And at the same time, how much do you really want to give to these companies? Because, you know, these companies now have the right to your likeness. So, let's say a movie studio or something comes to that company and says, hey, we'd like to use Bruce Willis's likeness in our movie. And they say, okay, give us a certain fee. And we'll have the actor obviously work on set and everything, and we'll superimpose Willis's face onto that actor. Okay, fine. But what if the movie is shit? It's absolute crap. Willis never agreed to that. The company agreed to it. Willis just happened to be in a really shitty movie for the sake of being in a shitty movie because the company needed money for their business. It ain't like it's not gonna happen, guys. Trust me, companies are greedy as a motherfucker. You don't think this is gonna happen? Dude, I guarantee you it will, dude. And so, I'm worried about that. And I'm worried about what this means for Hollywood going forward. Because let's be realistic for a second, man. We're not creating stars like we used to, man. A lot of the stars now are getting much older. A lot of them are freaking dying. And so, we're not really making new stars. There's never going to be another Harrison Ford. There's never going to be another Jack Nicholson. There's never going to be another Bruce Willis, and so on and so forth. You name it, right? And right now, we're not really investing in new talent, top tier stars like we used to a long time ago. When those older actors die, we don't have many really great talented artists, big mega stars to really replace them. And what is the best option to go forward is to use the deepfake technology to keep their legacy alive, to keep the momentum going for those actors. And I mean, look, Hollywood actors, dude. I mean, as much as I love Hollywood, as much as I love movies, these people are greedy as a motherfucker, man. They see the money and all they see are the dollar bill signs. That's it. They do not see the fact of, oh my God, what does it mean for my legacy? What does it mean for this company taking over my likeness to just put in any goddamn project that they so choose? The best thing that an actor, a performer has is their face, is their body, is their voice. And to just give it away at the drop of a hat, in the short term seems like a good idea, but in the long term, I think it's detrimental to them. Think about this for a second, right? Jet Li, right? The great martial artist Jet Li. He was supposed to do Matrix 2 and 3, okay? He was supposed to do those films with the Wachowskis. In fact, he was doing the pre-production, he was training, he was on set, he was actually practically ready to go to be in the movie. He was doing the choreography, you name it. And what the Wachowskis and the team wanted to do was to take his digital likeness and put it into a computer. And so that, you know, wherever they needed to put a CGI stunt person, they could take the real person now, put the CGI stunt person in, and, you know, still make it fantastical and yet realistic, right? Okay, fine. And Jet Li was very hesitant about this. Jet Li was like, wait a second, what are you going to do with my digital likeness after the movie is done? Like, is it just going to go away, or are you guys going to keep it? And the creative team, the behind the scenes people, the Wachowskis are like, no, we're going to keep it. It'll always be stored in our system in case, you know, we ever need to use it again. And Jet Li was not for that, dude. Jet Li was not about that shit. He was basically like, no, I do not give you any of the rights to have a digital likeness of me stored in your database. No way, no how. And he left the project simply based on that. Simply based on the fact that they were going to have a digital likeness of him with all the maneuvers, all of his martial arts maneuvers that he was doing. They had that stored in a computer. And he did not want that at all. He felt that was wrong. He felt that it wasn't right to have a digital version of me, perhaps in the future, just going around in various projects with his martial arts maneuvers. He just thought it was unethical to do it. And he bounced. And I can't quite say I blame him. I mean, there's certain times where I thought it was kind of fun. Like, if you remember in season 6 of Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, I'm going back, baby. Like, I think like 1995, there was a episode of Tales from the Crypt called You Murderer. Look this up. True story. And it has Humphrey Bogart in it. I fucking kid you not, man. It has Humphrey Bogart in it. They took, you know, certain scenes and whatnot of Humphrey Bogart and they sort of planted it into the episode and they were able to have like a lookalike or something. It was fun for what it was, man. Didn't quite exactly 100% pull it off, but it wasn't terrible either. And I thought, wow, man, a Humphrey Bogart in 1995. That's crazy, dude. And I thought it was kind of fun and campy. But now, I don't know, dude. To me, I'm not 100% positive that these companies aren't going to do something crazy and nefarious with the likeness of Bruce Willis. I just don't know, dude. I don't know at all. I mean, it's great to have actors around forever, and we wish that we could keep them around for a long time. You know, look, De Niro is getting older, and Pacino, and Pesci, and Nicholson, and Redford, and I could go on and on and on. Look, Robin Williams is dead, dude. And wouldn't it be great to have Robin Williams with deep fake technology in a new comedy? Whoa, wouldn't that be fucking amazing? That would be cool. Well, maybe not. I mean, seriously. Because, yes, on one hand, you have that part of your brain that says, God, I want to see more Bruce Willis. I want to see more Robin Williams. I want to see more of these actors that are gone. And there's a hunger to just want them back just one more time. But there's something to be said about an actor's legacy. There's something to be said about when they're gone, looking back on their work, that this is what they did. This is what they were in. This wasn't about deep fake technology. This wasn't about, you know, planting their head on somebody else's body. It's about them as an actor and what they did and that they were physically there and what they were able to accomplish. And it's not like those movies are going away. They're there. You can have them on your shelf. You can watch them on a digital platform. It's not like they're completely gone. If you still love an artist, you can still watch the stuff that they did. It's not like it's going away. But yet, at the same time, there is that hunger to want to keep them around. And that type of greed to keep them around is why these deepfake companies and websites are around and why people like Willis decided to continue to do it. Because, yes, the money, fair enough, but also the idea of, hey, man, if I can still have my likeness out there in the world and it works, and people don't know that it's technically fake, have at it, dude. However, it raises a lot of ethical questions. I mean, you look at Rogue One. Was it great to see Peter Cushing back on the screen? Yes. Is it technically right to have him there? Well, Grand Moff Tarkin technically is in that timeline, that time when the Death Star is being built and happening, so, I mean, it makes sense. But is it ultimately the right thing to do? I mean, the family ended up signing off on it, but at the end of the day, Peter Cushing isn't around. Peter Cushing can't give his opinion, his permission on whether or not it should actually happen. And so you're technically going against an actor's wishes because the actor isn't around to give you the actual permission, his own best wishes, in order to do that in the first place. So it raises a lot of questions whether it's even right to go ahead and do this. And at the same time, I don't think these companies give a shit, because if they're going to be able to make money off of these actors' likenesses, then they really don't see a problem in it. And I do see more people doing this. Willis is really the first one to really come out and do it, but he's not going to be the last one. I don't know who's going to be second or third or fourth, fifth, 10th, 20th, who knows? I don't know who's going to be next within the lineup to actually do this. But I just, as a movie lover, I think it's fun at first, but I think it's a problem in the long run and going forward. I don't know if I want to see deepfake technology used in a movie to make Jack Nicholson younger again. I don't know if I want deepfake technology when De Niro is gone, for De Niro to just be in the next Fast and the Furious movie and just have him sort of be plopped in there and shit. And, family. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see Sylvester Stallone in a deepfake Rocky remake or some shit. I don't know, dude. I mean, there's so many endless possibilities here of where deepfake technology can go, but nobody's asking the right questions of whether it should be. We're just going ahead and doing it for the sake of doing it because it's a popular thing to do. And we need to understand what's at stake here. And the idea that with a deepfake technology thing, it literally can be put into any instance at any time. Willis, the next thing you know, is going to be in one action film. The next thing you know, hey, man, what the hell's he doing on Skinamax? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and the opportunities are endless, and who's ever willing to pay the money to have them put that person's likeness into their project, they will do. Because it's not about integrity, it's about the money. Fuck the integrity, because they don't give a shit about that. And that's the one thing as a movie lover that I care about. And I want an actor's performance to be an actor's performance. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember that whatever thing Willis is going to be in with this deepfake technology, whatever any of these other actors are going to be in with this deepfake technology, it's not going to be their performance. There's literally going to be another actor that is doing all of the hand movements and walking around and talking and doing the dialogue, and they're just superimposing that person's head, that person's essence onto that person's body. So is it actually their own performance? And it's not. And we really do have to remember that at the end of the day, that with this deepfake technology, it's great to have them back on the big screen or back on a TV series or, in a cool, commercial or a YouTube flick. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I think it takes away from the integrity of the actor, the integrity of the performance, and ultimately what you're looking at is not really them. It's just fake. And so is it really worth that performance if it's not really them to begin with? It's a cool technology. I've had fun watching it from time to time, but we're entering into very tricky territory. And this is going to ride a line between cash grab and legacy. And at the end of the day, what matters more? You guys gotta let me know. Let me know indeed, because honestly, this is the future of cinema. It truly is, man. And I guarantee you that things like Rogue One and, things like this Bruce Willis commercial and so on and so forth, it's not the end. It's just the beginning. But how far are we willing to take this? Definitely let me know, guys. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos that I've done. Check out movie reviews with my friends, movie hunting, Blu-ray pickups, live streams, you name it. all the older content that is out there and newer content that is slowly but surely coming your way. Thank you for the support and watching the videos and the great comments. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing and awesome. You really show me a lot of love, and hopefully I show the love right back to you. So if you love how I talk about movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become part of the Film Fan Nation. I've said it so many times, and it really is true. I have some of the best subscribers. You guys are really loyal, and you're willing to hear me just rant about movie bullshit all day long. and I thank you for that. I really do, guys. Thank you so much. So if you definitely like what I do, definitely hit subscribe. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And if you want to send the channel any movie-related goodness, well, you can do that. The P.O. Box is in the description below. It is not expected, but it is definitely appreciated. And a lot of you guys have said, hey, look, we love what you do. We want to send you some appreciation. Where do we send it? Well, P.O. Box down below, guys. Whether it's movies, posters, care packages, it doesn't matter, guys. Anything is appreciated, and you guys have went out of your way to do some really amazing things with the P.O. Box, sending me some amazing stuff in the mail that I never thought I'd get in a million years, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for the support. So if you want to send something, P.O. Box down below. I can't wait to see where the P.O. Box adventures take me next, but I suppose it's time to end the video. It's been an interesting ride for physical media love this week. A little bit of a roller coaster, but in the most pleasant way possible. Oh, indeed it is. But hope you guys have a good week. Hope you enjoy your physical media love. And I will see you back next week for more physical media hijinks. Take care, everybody. And remember, happy hunting.